So, yo, hi, hello, it's your girl Sofia, aka Sophie, back here on Sophia's Football Talk. Thankfully, I can have a stream where, I can talk about my team getting the 3 points. Describe a game. Was it an outstanding performance? No, it wasn't. We have moments, whatnot, pressing, hey, first half, but are we just, I feel like lately a team of first half FC is what we're slowly just being at this point. You know what I'm saying? But the most important thing is that we did get the points, people. We did, you know. Bruno is on the thumbnail. We got 1-0. He became the match winner. We did it. And that's all I care about. But it just solidifies even more that we do need to get another, like we do need to really have like the priority for next, I mean, before next season, this summer window, right? To get a striker in. We have to because this game should have been wrapped up. I felt like we're welcoming Villa in and whatnot, but yo, are we gonna keep it 100 or we're not gonna keep it 100? Before we really dive in, though, I will be um, also having some guests a little bit later. They'll come in when they're ready. But regardless, big up to everybody that's here. Make sure you do, of course, like this video if you haven't already, as it does help the video to, get pushed out there for more new people to see. Also, do subscribe if you like what you see. You have subscribed yet you're thinking, hey, I kind of like her. She cool. I want to see more. Subscribe. All right? Subscribe. But yeah, and also, we are monetized. So, hey, if you want to have another way to support the channel, super chats, but also a membership is something that we did launch very recently. So if you want to become a part of the SFT gang, then hey, the link is in the description box, also pinned as a comment as well. And if you're watching this on a computer, scroll down, click on the join button, and you'll be able to become a member. You get customized logo, badge next to your name, emojis that you can use, member shout out, sneak peek into upcoming content, even behind the scenes stuff and whatnot. So yeah, all the good stuff. Just an extra way to support the channel, but you support the channel simply by liking, subscribing, which is also free. So yeah, let me big up the people. We have shoppers in the back room, so I'm gonna invite them very soon. I'm just gonna big up the people here. Big up to Ensman. Hello. Says let's go. I mean, we did get a W, even though you wanted Villa to win, but hey, make sure you do subscribe to Ensman TV and TJ Warren TV as well. And also fans, says like, smash, have a great show, Sophia. Thank you. Devils United Macy with the fire emoji. Make sure you do also subscribe to her. So all the three that I mentioned, make sure you do. Big up Des, big up Ming, everybody that's be here shortly. Big up to everybody. Shoppers,
What's
brother,
up?
you good?
What's up?
What's
I'm
up,
good,
G?
good, good. I'm good, man.
Yeah,
Chilling, chilling.
brother,
So what
talk
it
to
is.
me. How you feel?
I feel great. We got the win. That's most
Yep,
important
yep,
because, as I said, coming down to the last games and stuff like we have to get the wins in the bag, no matter how we get it. It could be
yep.
1-0, it could be scruffy, it could be
100%.
a demolition, but we have to do what we got to do to put it in the bag. And then we got the 3 points at the end of the day. So that's a good thing about it. Um, the game was, as I heard you say, it was about maybe two halves. I find we controlled it pretty much well.
Yeah,
We were not panicking like normal.
no,
When a team attacks us, normally we panic and stuff like that. So I like the way we played in Spurs.
mm-hmm.
But we still have a lot of work to do, as we know. So, but basically, today was just a professional win. I'll say. Yes, it's 1-0, but then sometimes you gotta take it how it comes.
Hey,
Normally, on the other day, we bottle it and then we let them score. So today, I was most impressed with Luke Shaw and Lindelof today.
Same.
They've been defending well, and that you could see that's credit to the manager, because when everyone thought that he would bring in Maguire back into the team, he kept at Lindelof because he realized Lindelof was playing good. So that's a
Hmm.
good credit to the manager that he's rewarding success, not failure. Normally, before we would reward failure. You understand what I'm saying? Normally, Maguire will do rubbish in one game and still play in the next game. But now
Yeah.
I realize the manager is a strong-minded manager where he doesn't fall under pressure of you the captain or you this or you that in the team. You play good, you get your spot, and that's good. That's what I wanted all along, and we're getting what we wanted, as fans. So that's pretty much what it is. Also today Casemiro stepped up. The past few games he wasn't at it, but today he really stepped up. He did what
Hmm.
he had to do and stuff like that. Yeah, Bruno Fernandez. Yeah, I wouldn't like that position for him, but today they asked him to play a role and he played his role well. Although sometimes I was frustrated, especially in the dying minutes where he could just pass the ball and keep on holding it and losing it. Like I was frustrated. Like the last before the free kick they got, the last free kick they got, I was frustrated. I'm like, Bruno, just pass the ball. They won the ball from him and then counter attack, and then they got a free kick that could cause a goal. You could have just passed the ball and let it go and let's go on the attack. You understand? Even if you kick the ball out of play or whatever, the whole
Yeah.
point is that they don't get a counter attack. So I was frustrated at that for sure. But then majority of the game we did well. Rashford, he played. I wouldn't say he played excellent, but he played well as in moments. I wanted him to score a goal. He had endless of opportunities to score a goal today. His ball control was poor today. He got how many chances to be through on goal, and just his first touch let him down a million times. But pretty much it was good from him. Could have been better, with a goal and maybe an assist or something. Sancho played well, and we know Sancho. He played well for what we expect now from him. He played
Hmm.
well. I would like more from him,
Yeah.
especially attacking the goal. He needs to when he's through, go to goal and score.
He
Every
has
time
to be more
he's
direct.
goal, yeah, every time he's through on goal, is either he stops and try and look for a player or try and get across where he could just go in and score or do something. But he always stops and then the play just breaks down and I'm like, let's so that's basically it. Today he didn't do some rash subs. Today Fred came in, he played a bit well. I didn't think Anthony did anything when he came on.
No, I felt like Fred was creating too many fouls. I was like, what the hell are you doing, Fred? You doing too
Well,
much.
yes and no. No, the
Elaborate.
last game when he played poorly. But when he
Mhm.
came on today, I saw he was making good passes. Yes, Fred will give a foul away and stuff like that. But that's Fred, you understand? But what he came on to do was to give the team legs and stuff like that, and he did that.
Mm.
So basically it was what it was. I expected more from Anthony, but maybe because he wasn't playing his natural position and maybe, but then,
Maybe.
please, he got an opportunity. Was through and goal. He cut onto his right, and you know how that goes. He ain't got no right foot, so he couldn't do anything with it. And I was frustrated at that for most because he still got an opportunity to score on his left foot, and he didn't take it. He
Yeah.
put it back on his right, and he don't have a right foot. But basically, all in all, we did what we had to do, get the 3 points and get out of there. Our home record is good, so that's what it is. If they knew if they drop points, they will the fans will be on them. So but they did what they had to do as professionals. They got the 3 points, and now we like 1 point behind Newcastle. Newcastle keep on going, so we have to keep on going as well.
Yeah.
It is what it is. We have
Exactly.
one game ahead. We have one game more to play than them. So at the end of the day, we could still finish above them in third place, and that'll be good, you know. But
Yeah,
we just gotta keep on putting the 3 points. No matter how we get it, we gotta get the 3 points. That's all I'm concerned about at this
I
time.
agree. You gotta just look at the game ahead of you, like this is this game, and then the next game is of course Brighton, which will be difficult. It's away and whatnot, but it's the business of the season. You gotta do what you gotta do. What you can't do, basically. What did you think about Sabitzer, by the way? I feel like he was really good
Yeah,
with pressing. I really liked him.
today he played well. Today, when he came into the team, you could see that he was
Up for it.
he had an impact on the team.
Yeah,
Basically, he played his role well. He defended well. He pushed up well. But to me, the final third, I need our attackers to do more. You know,
I
and
agree.
then that's where it broke down between Sabitzer, Bruno, Rashford, Sancho. Like the final third was poor. You
Yeah,
know,
it needs
but
to be better.
he did well. As I said, overall the team controlled the game in a way that they had to. You know, we certified certain spots that Aston Villa couldn't target us. You understand? So
Hmm.
basically, as I said, you know, it was a good game. It wasn't excellent game. It wasn't an excellent game, but it was a good manageable game. You know, so because we know what Aston Villa could do. So basically, we did what we had to do, and that's how it is.
Hmm. Well, I think you were onto something there for sure. What are your thoughts about, for instance, Malasia when he played majority of the
Yes,
game?
last year he redeemed himself today. For the
Okay.
past few games, he wasn't playing well. So today, I was impressed with him, doing some nice slide tackles and winning the ball for sure, not giving away useless fouls. The last foul he gave, I applauded him for that because he was through on going into the box, so he had to do what he had to do, and I applaud him for that, you know. And then it paid off. We defended that set piece well as well with Casemiro. That's why I said Casemiro came to fruition today. And yeah, Malasia did what he had to do. Dalo also did what he had to do defensively and stuff like that. But you know, going forward, I want more from them. But then Malasia going forward was pretty good as well today. He put
Mm.
in a good cross for
Yeah.
Rashford. Maybe Rashford didn't, you know, wasn't up to it. As I said, the final third with our attackers is always it falls through. But basically, Malasia played well today. He was going in, he was tackling, he was, you know, he defending well and going forward well. So I like how he played today for sure.
Okay. Yeah, no, I agree with you. I just felt like I got maybe a bit frustrated at the end when he kind of pushed and then they got that free kick for no reason. I was like, brother, come on, please.
Yeah, yes,
Some
but then
fouls
again,
there,
as I said, it was a good free kick to concede because he was through. You never know what would happen.
No, I
He
get
had to
it.
do it because he knows
I get
that okay, if I pull him down, that's minutes off the board, and we
it.
have
Yeah.
like 1 more minute. And let's say we defend as a team, you know. Then let's say he let him go through, he put in a cross or he takes a shot. Then we talking, hey, how can you let him go through like that, you know? So as I said, on another day I'll be furious, but then looking at the circumstances where okay, it's like seconds to go for us to win the game, and where he pulled him down wasn't in the box, or it was just a few yards out of the box, and it was pretty good. So and then they waste the opportunity. They didn't take the opportunity, and
It
we
didn't.
also defended well with that free kick. So it was good.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, I see that. I just sometimes, at the end, I was thinking, guys, okay, it's just a few minutes left until, the game is done. Slow it down, keep the ball. Why are we rushing things? And also, sometimes I got a bit annoyed throughout the game when we were doing sometimes often unnecessary long crosses that wasn't successful.
Yes, yes, we did it too much. Like I saw like we could have just passed the ball because when we passed the ball to each other, we were cutting them open as well. But then we keep on doing that long ball that wasn't working. They were trying to play us offside, you know. The goal where we scored, the goal where we scored through Rashford and stuff. That was the first time Aston Villa slept on them and they didn't catch Rashford's run. but but then we keep on playing that ball, and that's why I think next year I want to see a different style of play. I don't want to see that
Yes.
long ball kind of shit.
I don't want to
You
see
know,
because
I
I
really don't
remember
want
like
to.
when they were doing a lot of that earlier in the season as well, and then I was like, no, I didn't ask for you guys to be doing it. So I don't necessarily think it's something that Ten Hag is often be asking them to do. I think sometimes they just be like, okay, we'll try this, we'll try that.
Yes,
But
because
when
they
we were
try.
pressing, when we were really going at him and really forcing them to make mistakes, that's something that I can see him telling them to do.
Yes, yes,
Press,
because
go
he
higher up
likes
the
to press.
pitch.
He likes to
That
press.
was
But
good.
then again, also we don't have players that could get the ball and don't lose it. Majority of the time we get the ball in our feet and then we lose it uselessly. We don't pass the right we don't pass to the right player, or we don't pass to the right at the right time or whatever. So basically next year maybe he twinkles it a bit, bringing maybe two more players that could hold the ball and have more ball possession, because we all know that Ten Hag likes to have ball possession and dictate the game and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
basically that's what it is.
Proper
But
ball carrier, I think would be very nice. We also have Nathan joining us. Big up, Nathan. How are you, mate? Talk to us, brother. I know what
Uh,
you're gonna go, brother. Hey, hey, you good? Huh?
Sorry, did you ask me a question? What was the question? Sorry.
You good? Talk to us. I'm just asking, how are you?
Oh, I'm good. I'm good. How are you
Okay.
guys?
We
yes,
good. We got the 3 points. So, but there was, me and Choppers were talking, whatnot. Some good things to take away, but there's also a lot of stuff that needs to be worked on. Let's just say that. The attackers, we're being way too wasteful. We got to be efficient. We've had this conversation before. And I know what you're going to say, but go ahead, say it. Go.
So the first thing that comes to mind, the first word I can think of is terrible, and the next couple of words are Aston Villa is absolutely terrible. Can you believe that? Absolutely terrible. Ollie Watkins lost a bunch of his dreadlocks. Did you notice that he was thinning from the sides?
Oh
Victor
my
Lindelof,
God.
IKEA FC, baby. Bullied. He gets bullied by
Iceman
everybody in the league.
Lindelöf.
He gets bullied by everybody in the league. Oh my
He
God.
hasn't
What do
been bullied
people
the last
watch?
couple. He's been on it. Him and Luke Shaw, that's another partnership that I like. I don't
People
mind it at
are,
all.
I mean, just brilliant today. You know, it's so weird. I'm actually more happy with this game than I think I've been happy with some of the other games we've had in this month.
I can
And
see
the,
that.
and the reason is because it was just solid everywhere.
Mm,
Yes, there are players that again dropped off, but the overall performance. People are saying Diego Dallo didn't defend well left back. Went back to right back and defended well. Did you see the
yeah,
slide tackles he was pulling off off
hey,
Moreno into
hey.
get goal?
No, no,
People
the
don't
defense
realize that he's
needs
playing
credit
left back.
today.
He's playing left back when he's the last time he played left back was at AC Milan. It's a
Exactly.
different league.
Of
And
course. And he did his thing as a right back
short
today.
notice, I will say I didn't expect Wan Bissaka to be on the bench. That
Me
was
neither.
probably the
I
shock for
was a
me.
bit shocked. I was a bit shocked
Maybe
about
it's an
that.
injury. Maybe it's not a
Could be.
90% fit
Maybe.
Wan Bissaka, so they don't want to use him as a sub later on unless you need to.
Yeah.
Um,
I would want him at least maybe way more for that Brighton game.
yeah,
That's going to be
yeah. I
away.
think
So,
I think that
yeah.
could be a reason as well. I was oddly enough very happy with that performance.
Okay.
Uh, and all it proved is what I've always been saying, which is it doesn't matter which combination of front three you have. It just doesn't cut the mustard. It's very simple. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter.
I see it. What
That's
are
it.
your thoughts about Casemiro?
Casemiro, I think he shook off whatever issues he's been having, which is very clear based on this game. A certain reticence, a certain apprehension to take tackles on. Clearly, he was in the mood for it today. Yeah, you know
Yeah,
what?
he was
You
in the
know what?
mood today.
Let's put on. Did you guys know the name of the referee for today's match?
he was ridiculous. I ain't gonna lie.
The guy
Yeah, I
annoyed the
don't
shit
think
out of
that.
me.
I don't think no. But compared to the ones we have, he actually let the game play on more and more.
He
because
did.
because
Went 50-50 for both teams actually. He
but
was just
Yeah, no,
annoying.
but what I'm trying to say is there was no targeting as such, like we normally get. Like I didn't know who this. I must know who the referee's name is, but it doesn't come off the bat. Like if someone tells me whose name is, I'll be like, oh, okay, that guy. But like Craig Pawson, Michael Oliver,
I think
this
it's the,
like I said last week, it's not a good sign when you know their names.
Yeah, that's a good
but then
sign.
So
the referee tried to make things play on, but suddenly he got some calls wrong though.
it doesn't matter
Hey,
though, because if you compare the consistency to other refs you've had in the last month, it's nowhere near it. We have been robbed, red
yeah,
carded, who knows what else over the last 2 months. So I'm actually okay with them getting calls wrong because the truth of the matter is everybody's going to get wrong calls. It's the kind of wrong calls you get that make me worry about the kind of referee you are. So big up to the
mm,
referee. In fact, someone on the chat told me, to be fair, the referee's been all right this game. I was like, you know what? The fact that you have to say it kind of shows the problem. But at least it's true. So I'll take it. I'll take it like that based on that. Because
okay.
because when subscribers tell you the referee's been all right today, you kind of go, yeah,
Eh,
He wasn't bad like normal
it
referees.
was okay. Yeah, little
no,
annoying
but
here
that's
and there.
but the thing is, Sophia, the referees are
Pick
always
up
going to be
Daily Tech
annoying.
member here.
They're
Because
they're, they're
even
all
to
they're always
today,
going to be
right?
annoying.
He wasn't that type of referee that every little tackle he'll just brandish a yellow
Exactly,
card.
and
No,
and,
no,
and the thing
He
is
was
that
he was pretty okay.
every referee is always going to be annoying because you always think they should zig when they zag.
Yeah,
The thing
yeah,
is
yeah.
the
You don't know
main
what
calls.
what
He
type of
kept he kept letting the play go on, which was good. And
yeah.
Martial. Let me just put it in this way: when Martial cleared the ball just before the whistle blew, other referees would have let them do a final attack on us. Let's just put it. Let's not go through the whole game. Let's just talk about the very last kick of the game. They would have
yes,
allowed
yes,
another
yes, yes.
attack on our goal. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I would say good job, ref. Quite honestly. Yeah. I
Is there
mean,
other players that stood out, or like what players stood out in your opinion? In
to me,
either
to me,
positive or
I,
negative, doesn't
I,
matter.
I to me, I don't care what anyone says. To me, Victor Lindelof is the man of the match today. I
Yes,
don't care
yes,
what
yes,
anyone says.
yes, yes.
I
I agree
couldn't
with
be
you.
bothered today
I
to
agree
bother
with
with
you. I
anybody's
agree with you.
arguments.
I agree
Nobody's
with you.
disagreeing with you over here, at least.
No, 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 because a lot of people, pick the attacker. You could easily give it to Bruno because Bruno was disadvantaged
Man,
to begin with
No,
by
no, no,
playing at
no,
the
Lindelof,
no.
right. No,
Lindelöf.
Lindelof
no,
today,
no, but
Lindelof
you have
played
to
a
you have to put it
flawless
in
game
context,
today.
right? He's disadvantaged by being forced to play on the right. Still kept on breaking the back four as a
I get it.
slow player. As a
Yeah,
slow player,
Yep.
still got the goal because he had the attacking instincts to follow through with the run, even though Rashford pulled the trigger too early, in my opinion. But what happened is
Yes.
because he pulled it too early and it went wide, it forced Bruno's follow run to that attacking instinct. Even though he's a midfielder, that is what strikers do, and he did it. So if you give I can give him credit that way, and I'm sure some people would give him the credit for the wherewithal to do that, even though Rashford pulled the trigger really early. But for
Mm-hmm.
me, it's the Iceman. It's clear today. There's
It's the
no
Iceman, the
second or
Vikings.
he's
Either
been
way.
good he's been good for a couple of games, and I love that
Yeah.
because now Ten Hag has a decision to do. Do I let Maguire go or do I let Lindelof go?
I don't think
I,
there's a decision. I think there's a decision because we can't get rid of one and we can get rid of the other. To me, it's very clear who should go.
Maggie.
Uh, Yeah,
I want
because
Maggie
the
to
truth of
go.
the matter is Lindelof's going to have just more suitors and Maguire is not. It's as simple
Yeah,
as that.
that's the truth of the matter. Yeah.
So
Question here by Daily Tech. Nathan, were you pleased by Sancho today? Question mark.
I have to say no daily tech, but I will say this: he had a way better game than the last 3-4 for sure. Today I maybe, and that maybe have something to do with the fact that he had Ashley Young, who's slow as hell. It could be that, but even he
Let's.
couldn't bypass. But the thing is, he couldn't even bypass Ashley Young, and that's worrying to me. I don't know why no one's worried about this.
No, 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 no.
Ashley
I
Young's 36
agree.
years old.
I
47.
Ashley
just
Young's
he
36.
gets he gets so
47.
many chances, right? And then I'm
He
like,
had he
brother,
had an
just be direct.
opportunity. Can
Go.
I say something? There is
Yeah.
one player that also disappointed me, Christian Eriksen, because he dropped off in the second half. But can I say one thing? This is why you have to take individual moments aside and add it to the assessment of a player. There was this moment where Bruno and Rashford were
Liverpool just
off.
scored. Dang it.
Were just really already first minute.
Yeah.
What do
No,
you expect?
I'm having it on as well while we
Yeah,
talk,
no,
but they're
and I have
almost
Sofa
3 minutes
score and
in.
it's updating live here. So
Dang it.
Jones scored.
so what happened is so there was this moment, right, where Christian Eriksen had the ball. Rashford and Bruno were off-ish. I don't really know because of the angle, so I can't really tell you for sure. uh, Rashford was running back actually out of the offside position, but Sancho was overlapping because Sancho was way behind Ashley Young. And everyone, and Esri, Konsa, and Tyrone Mings were putting the hand up thinking it's for Rashford, but because of the bend of the ball, it actually went to
Went
Sancho.
to Century, yeah.
And Sancho had this opportunity to hit a what we call in FIFA, if you play FIFA, is the low driven, which is it goes across the grass but low, it just bends low onto the ground. And Rashford was the furthest forward in that angle, assuming the cross is put in properly. And he runs right into the penalty box, cuts in, cuts out, cuts in, cuts out, and the ball becomes completely dead because then he passes to Sabitzer and stuff. And I'm just saying, just pull the trigger, because
But that's what my problem is with him, though.
everybody's pulling the trigger. Bruno's pulling the trigger. Casemiro took shots today.
And he
Sabitzer took
doesn't
shots
do it.
today.
He doesn't do it.
And here's the thing: if even Christian Eriksen had a couple of failed chances. There was this chance where he had a chance. It was 3-on-2, but Mings just got in the way of Rashford. It was going behind him technically, but Mings was there enough. He did enough to get it off of Rashford's path, and he still tried. And the thing is, Sancho had so much space. There was no one in front of him at that point of time. And at least with Ericsson, Mings and Konsa, they're marking the runs of Bruno and Rashford. It's a better chance of missing it.
Hmm.
But the low fizz, I'm genuinely shocked that he couldn't. He didn't put that, but Daily Tech, he didn't put that
I,
cross in,
I'm
and
sorry,
that
people.
that
It's 2
cross was
nil.
when
It's 2-0.
that cross that
Shit.
cross was.
Screw this shit,
It's
man.
only 2 minutes in. How have they scored two
Oh,
goals?
long day, man. Shit. Freaking hell.
If
Keep
everyone
going. I'm
goes to
sorry.
shoot,
I
then a
should.
I
striker will shoot.
mean, what shit? I love it. Let Tottenham stay where they are.
No, but a Daily
I want
Tech,
it to be a
you're
draw.
saying Daily
Nah, if
Tech
you
is
don't
saying, did you
agree,
see the
Liverpool
crosses he
not
put
gonna
in?
catch us.
The main cross would have been that one, Daily Tech, because that was the easiest cross for him to put in for Sancho. That was because he was open. There was no one actually in front of him if he could fizz the ball in. And if everyone goes to shoot, then a striker will have a great problem. Yeah, but I'm not talking about shooting. I was actually talking about crossing the ball, Daily Tech. That was the issue there for
A
me.
part of it
And
as
and you
well.
can Daily Tech. I know it's becoming kind of fashionable to rant on Sancho, but can I be? Let me ask you your opinion, Daily Tech, for this. Don't you think that he should have passed someone who's 14 years older than him, who played for our team and wasn't good enough for our team 8 years ago? Wins a Scudetto, comes back, plays for Aston Villa. Don't you think Sancho should at least bypass him? I don't know what's happened to Sancho's pace. Did he not ever have pace? I don't
Nah, he
know.
never had
I
pace.
don't know
He
because
never had
because
pace.
someone told me on the chat when I was doing a watch along for the Spurs game. He clocked one of the fastest times in Bundesliga before he
No,
moved to
Hey,
he
Aston Villa.
has
Bunda,
pace.
I
He has. I remember I've watched several Dortmund games when he and Holland
guys,
in transition. He can
guys,
run. He chooses not to. The
guys.
confidence is
Let's
not
be
there.
honest.
He can
Bundesliga and
run.
Premier League is
But
so
but
much different.
but
I'm
Sophia, you're
telling
saying
you.
he doesn't have. You're saying he has confidence low. That's great, but he's not running in open place. He's not running in open space. You don't need confidence to run straight down the line.
I don't know, man.
He
Rashford
He's
had
got
a
an
terrible
pace.
season last
got an
season.
opportunity straight to run at the goal and he still didn't do it.
Rashford had his worst season last season, but even he was running past people. Like you
But I
gotta
don't
run
know.
if you can run. Like
This
you-
one is good
I
for
think
but
he
Palumba.
never
Sophia,
had
but
pace.
Sophia, hold on a minute. If you and me are playing one-on-one football, I give you the byline to run, and you can run faster than me. Wouldn't you run faster than me?
I would.
Confidence or no confidence? Like
Yeah,
there's no way
sure.
Sancho's looking at Ashley Young and he's going, Ashley Young's faster than me. There's no
No, it's
way
not what
that's
I'm.
possible.
No, that's not what I'm saying. I don't know what it. I don't know what it is. But he
He's just
hasn't
not running,
clicked.
but he's not even running down the byline. He's just not even running. I don't really know how to explain it. It's kind of shocking today. Like yeah, listen, yeah, even I don't even know if that's true, Walumba. All I know is he would run down the byline. That's
He
it.
would.
I'm not even trying to say he should be lightning fast. Just run down the byline. That's it. I'm not asking for crosses. I'm not asking for anything. Just run. If you can bypass someone easily without trying to take them on, just do it. You don't need to dribble past people all the time. Just run. People make careers out of just running past people in this sport. Just run past them. Adama Traore still has a job, doesn't he? How many crosses does he put in a season?
Well, he
He's a
put in
winger,
what?
is he not?
He put in crosses, but he crossed into
The output isn't
the
there. I
stand.
like him, but the output
Yeah.
isn't there.
No, but that's what I'm saying. People can make a career by just passing by people. You can
Yeah,
have a
yeah,
career
yeah,
in
yeah.
the
He's
sport. You
still
can
he's
do
still
it.
like a threat and still can be
Yeah,
like an asset to
exactly.
somebody. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
That's what I'm
But could it
saying.
be like, is it more so where we need to have the question here that does Sancho fit this team of what we want to do? Or should we then would he go maybe longer down the pecking order once, Diallo comes in and whatnot?
What if we ball out? What if Sheikh Jassim is really pissed off at all the media and he just starts buying everybody? What if we buy Queecher? What if we buy Osimhen? What if we buy Kim Min Jae? What if we because apparently
But then,
just before I joined you, Sheikh Jassim's spokesperson is not happy with alleged lies being told in the
Yeah,
media
because I don't
about how much.
believe a lot of the stuff that's being said. I'm
but the thing about they talk about Sir Jimmy Radcliffe over outbid him. I'm like, outbid who? Harry?
who?
You shit. He was giving talking about giving Glazers 20%. I don't want him anymore. Tell him get the shit out of it.
Bye bye.
People were very very upset
Because
today.
of what he said about 20% to the Glazers, bro. We don't like the Glazers. Why the hell do you want to leave them there?
People were very upset today on my channel. They were like, "What do you think about Ratcliffe?" I'm like, "Ratcliffe seems like he's part of the enemy now. Simple as that."
But that's what it is.
Snake.
We don't the fan base don't like the Glazers. Tell me why you're gonna come right and talk shit about 20% to the Glazers. You crazy, bro? We don't like them, period. We want them out. We don't want them there.
Bye.
We don't
Good
want them with
riddance.
1%, 2%, 3%, 0%. Get them out. We don't want them, period. That's all. We don't want them in the back stand. We don't want them nowhere near the cup.
I mean, I see. I mean, I take off my fan cap and I look at the strategy behind it. It's kind of very brilliant strategy, but at the same time, it's like it's difficult to take your fan cap off every time. Like when you read the news and you go, "Huh, it makes sense," but then like when you look at it overall, you just still are fuming. Like I can take off my fan cap for 5 minutes, read all the bids and all that technical stuff, and go, he's trying to be very very smart here. I can say that, but at the end of the day, it
He's
does
not
not help
smart.
us.
That's the dumbest thing you ever did. That's the
No, it's
dumbest
not the
thing
it's
you
not
ever
the
did.
dumbest thing ever he did, Choppers, because the truth of the matter is the fans don't have a say. I've been saying this all this time.
Yes, the fans don't have a say, but the fans, if that happen, right, the fans will be on Radcliffe the same way they on the Glazers.
But what
Let's be
difference does it
honest.
make, though? Jim Ratcliffe lives in London. He has a season ticket at Chelsea. He can watch Chelsea football every week while owning us.
Enjoy it.
No, but what I'm trying to say is he doesn't have to show up to Manchester. He can watch all the games at Stamford Bridge and
I
still
do
own
not
Manchester
want
United.
Jim Radcliffe. Okay, tell him stay where he is. I'm
No, but
serious.
you're missing my point, Choppers. If you look at it as a business point of view, whether we want him or not is not relevant because the
Yes, I
Glazers are
understand
greedy for
you talk
money.
about business point of view, but then let's be honest. Without the
Glazers are
fans on
greedy.
your
It's not
side,
even about business. Glazers are greedy. It's not even about business. Glazers themselves are greedy people. So
without the
he
fan
just
on
made
your
a.
without the fans on your side, you're gonna have a difficult time.
That's not true at all. How many years has Mike Ashley owned Newcastle? See, ideally
We're
speaking,
talking
what you're
about
saying makes
Newcastle.
absolute.
We're talking about Manchester
Newcastle is a bigger
United.
club. Newcastle is a
Ah,
bigger club than
ah, ah, ah.
Newcastle is a bigger club than Manchester City. Yeah, I was just
I
about to say
said
that.
I thought you were gonna say Manchester United. I'm like, what?
No, but
Oh,
everyone
I'm like, what?
but everyone also talks
But
about
that's what I'm saying.
Newcastle.
I wasn't talking about Manchester City. I was talking about Manchester
No,
United.
but
That's
everyone,
what I was
when
talking
you know
about.
when I get what you were going to say. I know why you thought I was going to say that. It makes sense. But everyone thinks Newcastle is like some small club that just
They're
got
not
lucky
actually.
with some
They're pretty
wi-
big. Yeah.
with
Yeah,
some.
they're big. I know they're big.
They're a very big club. They were filling 50,000 stadium seats in the
Yeah.
championship.
Yeah.
No, I'm telling you
Because
right
remember,
now. I'm
like the
telling you right
90s and
now. I
whatnot,
don't.
like
I don't
damn
even
big
think.
club.
I don't even think Manchester United can fill 80,000 seats if we went to the championship. I'm telling you
Yeah,
because the
yeah,
fans
yeah.
would be that fed up.
Yes, we
No, we
can.
can fill it with the number of fans we have, but I don't think people would go. Like there were
Yeah.
people going for at St. James Park when they were relegated. 50,000 people every day, every week. So
But
I'm
hey,
just saying, everyone thinks, oh, it's just Newcastle. I'm like, what do you mean it's just Newcastle? Like Man City can't fill their stadium now after all the titles. Like, and that's not me taking a shot at anyone. They pan, the camera shows. It's like I'm fed up. I don't want to take shots at people. I'm just it's a fact. If the stadium camera pans, the
Penalty.
stadium's not full. Simple. So
Penalty, I
so
think.
that's what I'm saying. I like what Daily Tech is saying. I have confidence Sancho will get back. I'm patient with him.
Penalty.
I respect that Daily Tech.
That's what I'm saying. That you see what Liverpool is doing to Spurs.
Spurs.
That's what we had to
Spurs.
be doing to Spurs. I just can't. That's why I tell you. Next season, if we still play the same way, I'm gonna be very pissed
No,
at
no,
the
but we need
manager
to
and at the
remember
player.
he needs to get more of his players in. Like
Yes, but
this is
as I
still
said,
80% not his team. You know.
but that's what I'm saying. I say next season.
Yeah.
Next season, if we play the same way and we don't do what we have to do, I'm gonna be pissed. I'm gonna be
Of course,
saying some shit
I
we
that
think it
need to
really
no,
see
depends
us
on how many.
progressing next season.
I think
You
it
know.
really depends on how many sales in and out we can get really at the end of the day. So
Yeah.
Daily
I,
Tech is also saying today Malasia was flawless. Yes, especially I would
I
say
was.
defensively for sure.
Yeah.
He's flawless.
Oh, he scored 3-0.
Attacking,
he was playing well
attacking. It's
today.
they
And
scored.
let's be honest. Let's
Yeah,
be
he scored.
honest.
He scored. Is it
What's his name? Oh, the striker for Aston Villa. What's his name again?
Watkins.
Yeah,
Watkins.
Ollie
Watkins. Right?
Watkins?
He didn't have a sniff at our defense today. Let's be honest
Yeah,
about
I
it.
thought he was gonna ball out like crazy
Because
I'm
today.
pretty. I'm
normally
pretty sure.
other defense, he'll be balling out. But today,
I'm pretty
Lindelof
sure
and Shaw, they played
yeah.
well. I'm like,
Because a lot of people were like, you
why?
got to be worried about Watkins. He's in form. He's in form coming into the game. And I think did you see that or was it just me? Did you see like Lindelof picking up some of his dreads and giving it back to him to put in his pocket? Did you see that or was it just me? Because I was pretty sure like when they were on the ground at some point of time, like Lindelof
I
picked
think
up
it's just
something and he was
you.
like,
I think it's
he's
just
like,
you.
I think what Lindelof said to him is like, IKEA can't fix this for you, dude. You got to go to Turkey for this. It's not
Oh
Sweden. You got to go to Turkey
my
for this one.
god. It's-
Uh, Sorry, the nearby IKEA does not have the tools for this. Sorry.
Spurs gonna get 6 or 7 today. I'm
yeah,
telling you.
Spurs. Oh, they're already the Spurs fans leaving the stadium. They're leaving.
15 minutes, the same way Newcastle, remember?
Oh my god, that is. Oh, I just. Yeah.
The same
Now
way Newcastle had them. 3-0,
Spurs are
15
done
minutes.
out here.
Telling you, this just makes only us
It
look
makes
good.
it easier for us to get Harry Kane. I'm
How the
telling
hell
you.
did we not? Why didn't we just wrap it up? Why? Why? Why didn't we not do? Oh,
The same reason we didn't wrap up today's game, even though I really
Yes,
did like
the same
today's
reason. We
game.
got today game, we got opportunity. We got so many
we have
opportunities. I'm like,
now
what's
next
going on?
season. Next season, I need to see several games, 4 goals and up.
We're
Like I
gonna
need to
score
see
goals
some
because we're
games
gonna have
on
Harry
paper.
Kane next
Wrap it up.
season. I think we're gonna have Harry Kane because I believe that I don't think we're gonna go in for Osman again.
Exactly.
Let's go! Come on!
It's
Let's
the
go.
writing is on the wall. Yes, Pochettino is gonna go to Chelsea or whatever, but if we play our cards right, we might get Harry Kane. Because remember, we don't have what's his name again. We have Arnold, so and Arnold is better than Woodward. So
Is he
Maybe if
though?
we,
yes,
Is
yeah,
he?
that's the
yes he
question.
is. Yes he
Hopefully,
is.
if we do get the
Yes he
Qataris
is.
in, get me new board members, man. Get me some. No, yeah,
Yes he is. Because he's been here for a year now, and you could see the changes. Let's be honest about it.
I need
You
to.
gotta
Is
give Jack his
he
jacket, and
Woodward's
he's
mate?
been good. He's been better than Woodward.
Or
Woodward
is
is a
that
shit
Murto? One of them.
piece of shit.
Yeah, yeah. I just need to. Do you all think that you know Glazers will sell and they'll accept Qataris
They, they have
offer?
to sell, but I don't know about accepting Qataris though. You understand what I'm saying? I'm afraid they're gonna go with Miss Sir Jim, Miss Jim,
Oh,
all type of Jim.
yeah.
But I'm afraid about it because, like you see, as he's giving them fire. He's putting fire under them when you handing them 20% and stuff like that. So that's what they want. You understand what I'm saying? Yes, come by the club and give me 20% so I could still stay. and get all my money I gotta get, and that's
Hmm.
what it is. But hopefully, let's say they change their mind, or maybe the news we hearing about Sir Jimmy is outbid Qatar
It's
isn't
fake.
true, and then Qatar has the biggest bid. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So,
Does anyone think they're just going to be nice people and sell it to the Qataris? Does anyone
no, that's what
honestly
I'm
think that?
saying. I know they're not. I'm not banking on them. I'm banking on maybe the news is fake. You understand what I'm saying? I'm banking
But
on the
but
news is
but
fake.
even if the news is fake, choppers, like even if he somehow outbidded Sir Jim, he
They
still
will
they
take the
still
money. They will
no.
take the
But the
money.
but the problem is they still all get less than Sir Jim paying them.
No, they will take the money. I'm telling you, they will
But
take
it
the
doesn't make
money.
sense. They'll be taking less money by taking the Qatar. That we are talking about how greedy they are. So it actually, like, if you do the maths of it, it makes
But
more sense for them
they
to
saw
take
the
the
protest
gym
today,
man.
right? They saw that protest. You think they didn't see it? They saw the protest. They
I
want people
mean,
want them out.
They really don't care though. They don't
we
Well,
care.
stormed
yeah,
the
that's
United
true.
Liverpool game. We stormed the ground on the United Liverpool game. They just postponed it.
They don't care.
We stormed Old
But
Trafford when it was
but
the European Super
remember.
League.
Let's be
Rashford
honest,
sent
right?
home.
That happened. That happened, and he sent a message to them. What happened in the transfer window? They spent money, right?
Well, we
Yes, they
bought
did.
we
Yes, they
overbought
did.
players. No,
Yes,
actually
they
no,
did.
choppers, because we overbought players last minute. So technically
We
they
did.
didn't
But
spend
that's
money.
what I'm saying. When the game got postponed, it sent a message because it was worldwide. It sent a message, and then they bought players. Remember, the season that passed, they didn't buy anyone, and we
Hmm.
were shit, right? And then they had the protest, and then the game got called off. And after that, they spent money to get players in. So the message gonna come straight through. Yes, you might say they don't care or whatever, but then it's every time. Like Sir Jim, you think Sir Jim gonna like that protest today? Talking about 20%, I bet you right now he's shaking in his boots, because then if he give Glazers 20% of whatever sale, then he knows that the funds won't like him. The funds won't be on his side. You understand? And any new owner don't want funds not being on their side. You know what I'm saying? They want at
Yeah,
least majority of the
we don't
funds on
even
their
know
side.
I mean,
what he's going to spend the money with. I don't get it.
Chelsea fans are already turning on Todd Bowley. He actually spent money.
But yes, I understand what you're saying, but majority of Chelsea fans still want Bowley. They just want Bowley to do the right decisions. That's all they want Bowley to do. Bowley is
Just be
like
smart with it.
their past owner. You know that, right? Their past owner was spending money. Bowley
This
does the
guy is
same
this
thing.
guy is doing it on a
But
different
Bowley
level.
is just he's American, and Americans, they crazy as shit. They don't understand the game of football. You understand what I'm saying? So they'll just do crazy shit, and that's
Mm.
what Bowley is doing. But when Bowley has good footballing people around him, and then
Yeah,
he
he needs to.
listens to what
The
they
thing
said,
with Bowley is that you should be the owner when you have
have to.
then spend the money with trying to get appoint
He,
people that will get do the
yes,
footballing business,
that's
and
what
you
he
can
has to do.
just bring the assets. You'll fund it, but you have people under you to do the proper
Yeah,
job.
that's all he
That's
has
what
to
you
do.
need, because
That and
he
then
was
the
like,
because
I'm gonna do everything alone by myself.
yes, because
At least at the
The
beginning.
Chelsea fans are on his side. It's not that they're not on his side. The only reason why they're not on his side is because of the bad decision he made with appointing Graham Potter, and then you understand, and then appointing Lampard. That's the only reason why right now they kind of upset. But spending money and getting players, they wasn't upset about that. They weren't.
No.
So as soon as he gets it right with the manager, which I believe next season we have to look out for Chelsea, because Chelsea has a good squad. They just need a good manager. They have a good
I actually
squad.
don't think they have a good squad.
They have a good squad. Okay,
I
they have
I
the
I, I
they
really doubt
remember
it,
they have the
choppers.
best midfielder, right? Pre
Who?
World Cup, Enzo Fernandez. Pre World Cup, they had
Because
the
he
best
played at
midfielder.
Benfica?
Listen to what I'm saying. Pre-World Cup, they had the best midfielder. They paid
Not
a
the
lot of
best,
money for him.
but one of the best
But
young
pre-World Cup,
midfielders.
But that's what
pre-World
I'm
Cup, he
saying.
played for Benfica.
Young. They have potential. Chelsea has potential. So let's be honest. Let's say they get a Pochettino coming in. That means he could work with young, good players.
They still do need to get a striker. Nkunku
And
ain't
then
really
let's say
that
they
much
get
more. He's
Harry
still a
Kane.
good
Let's say
player.
they get Harry Kane. You mean to tell
Hell
me
no.
Chelsea is not gonna be balling?
No, they aren't going to be balling because their wingers don't do any job. They aren't going to be
But that's
balling.
what they, that's why
Everyone
they need
forgets one.
somebody
Please,
to.
you have to keep one thing into effect. The reason Harry Kane also does so well is because he has Young-min Son. Raheem Sterling and Christian Pulisic are crap.
No, I
So
don't think
yes,
Raheem
I don't
Sterling is
think he's
crap.
going to be balling. But
Raheem
I
Sterling
mean,
ain't crap.
come on. What has he done this season?
No, I agree,
Guys,
but they don't
let's
have a
be
proper
honest.
number 9 up there.
Pochettino could
They
get
need
the
a
best.
proper number 9 to work with.
Pochettino could get the best out,
They
out
had
of
they
the
had
money.
Broha, they
Out
had
of the
Broha.
players.
They
Bro,
have won
ain't
a
it?
champion. They have won a Champions League with Kai Havertz playing up in front. Even if
Kai
they don't have
Havertz
a
is
proper
shite.
no, but that's what I'm trying to say. Even though they don't have a proper 9, they won a Champions League with that same not proper number 9. So even if, and by the way, Sterling should be used to not playing with a proper number 9 because Aguero has been injured for the last 2 seasons before he moved, and they used to have
But
a
that's
rotation of
the
players
thing.
playing up
Let's
front.
be
False
Yeah,
honest.
nine
but
They
he
have
players.
still
a bunch
started to
of
drop off then
talent.
after
They have
Aguero
a
was
bunch
injured.
of talent, but they don't have a proper manager to manage that talent. Graham Potter couldn't
I
manage
actually
the
don't think
big
they are that good
players.
at all. I have a Chelsea subscriber to me. He sits there and
So
he complains about
tell
all
me,
his players that are not good.
tell me, wouldn't you take Enzo Fernandez at Manchester United?
I would.
No,
No.
I would.
no.
Come on now.
Because at the end of the day, his performances at Benfica are what we are banking on. This ain't Benfica, dude. This
I'm still
ain't
looking at the
Benfica.
World Cup, but hey,
World
to
Cup
each
where
their
he
own.
plays for
Okay,
Argentina and all the other teams are not as good as Argentinian national squad.
But
brother, brother,
Just because they lost. Okay,
brother. Enzo
which
Fernandez is
game?
good.
Which game apart from France? Which game apart from France was a team as good as Argentina playing against them?
Would you take Kovacic?
Netherlands
And
can do something.
Would you take
keep in
Kovacic?
mind, Argentina went to penalties with France. Okay, keep that in
Would
mind
you
first.
take
And
Tell
Kovacic?
me,
Netherlands,
Would you take Kovacic?
But Netherlands doesn't have a good esteem as Argentina, correct?
You won't take Enzo Fernandez. Would you take Kovacic?
they were. Yeah.
No,
Would you take Conte?
I would take Conte, but Conte is too injured. I
I
wouldn't take
would
him
love to
anymore.
take
No.
Conte, but yeah,
Yeah,
he's
but
too
here's the
injured.
thing: we're talking about 2023-2024 season. Conte's last 4 games. There was a meme. I don't know if any of you guys saw it. His last 4 games have been played under 4 different managers before he got fit. Before he got fit to start these games, his last 4 games were played with 4 different managers. He's been that injured. No, I would not take N'Golo Kante right now. I would not. I would not. And if anyone would take him in 2023,
Ladies and
2024 season,
gentlemen, it's match day.
man,
Come
I
on.
love N'Golo Kante, but not
You won't take
2023,
anyone. You won't
2024.
take anyone at Chelsea. Okay, but as I said,
I
right?
would take
Next
no,
season,
I would
Chelsea
take
will be
no,
way
I wouldn't.
better than
No,
that.
hold on. I would take Reece James. You didn't say anyone. You just said midfield. I take Reece James from Chelsea. I would take Reece James from
You
He,
said
Chelsea.
he quite
anyone,
injury
you
prone as
won't
well,
take
but
anyone.
I would take
He
him.
is, but I would take him because when he comes back from injury, it's still good. So,
But as I said, just look out for Chelsea
back.
next season, okay?
bro, we are finishing above Chelsea. I'm not sweating that.
No,
I'm
I
not.
never said we're not finishing above Chelsea.
We're finishing
I
above
said
Chelsea.
just look out for them. They won't be as bad as this season. I'm telling you, they won't.
Wow, Nathan. No, I watched him play for River Plate when he River Plate, dude. Come on, man.
Once,
Okay. Bro,
once,
River Plate and Boca Juniors are the 2 best teams in
once
Argentina.
Bolly gets it right. Once Bolly gets it right with the management appointment and his staff, and then he listens to the manager and do what the manager wants, Chelsea will be different. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
I think
Because
they
Bolly is
have
a
to
type
get rid of so
manager
many players.
that
I
spends
think
a lot of money.
them and Liverpool, Modric.
Yeah,
No,
I'm
I
not
don't want
taking
to take
Britney
Modric.
Spears.
I don't
I'm
want
not
Modric.
taking Britney Spears.
I don't want
Nah.
Modric. Modric
Maybe.
is like
If those
Modric
were
is
my
like
options,
a
I take
bottle, yo.
Enzo. If those
Android
were my
15.
options, I take Enzo.
Modric is
Then
like
you take
Android
Enzo.
15, bro.
Yeah, then I take Enzo. And I'd play Enzo on the left wing just to make sure that's how much I don't want Modric. I'd play Enzo on the left wing to make sure that Modric doesn't get into the team. Is he not better than McFred? Yeah, but that's not an apples to apples comparison, dude. McFred have not been good for 5 years. Enzo Fernandez was 15 5 years ago. Come on, man. Come on. Like that's not a proper comparison. Come on. Like I don't
Yeah.
know, man. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. McFred's never been good. They've never
But
been
then,
They've
good
had
together.
moments, but they're not it. They're not it. But guys, should we do the player
Sabitzer
rankings?
doesn't even get into the team most of the time for us. So
but
I
today he
want
was good though.
yeah. I think he
I
was
liked
good. What?
him. There was one thing in
I
particular. I don't know
forgot.
if you guys
How did
noticed
you
it.
not score there? Spurs.
What I liked about
Harry
Sabitzer today
Kane.
was
You see, I don't come to Manchester
No,
United
no, no!
anymore.
Stop! 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 Stop!
Don't
It
come
was
to
Son.
Manchester
It
United.
was Son's problem. It was Son. Hey, hey, hey!
Let's go! Come on!
He's like Rashford and them, bro. Don't come to Manchester United anymore. I'm just saying. I'm just kidding.
Hey!
I'm just kidding. I'm
Stop it!
just kidding.
Stop it!
I'm just kidding. I'm just
no,
kidding.
but honestly, I don't know if you guys clocked it. I don't know what was your favorite part of Sabitzer's performance, but my favorite part of Sabitzer's performance, in particular with this game today, was the fact that he was stealing the ball, if I may use a basketball term, from
Yes,
players.
Yeah,
that's
And
yeah.
what I liked
I
as well.
like that a lot today. And
Very
can
nice.
I anybody who, and there are people, maybe not in this chat, sensible
Mm.
people, good folks. People were like, on my chat, they were like, what about Emi Martinez? I'm like, what about him? And they were like, David De Gea replacement. I'm like, you're having a laugh, man. Like,
Did y'all
I'm
not
just fed
see
up now.
his distribution? He was
Distribution.
shaky. Are
You
you
know,
mad?
the two people that people have wanted recently, Bobby Sanchez, distribution was, and Martinez today. Oh my God.
Now
Like,
that's mad. Nah, I'm not having that. Yeah,
yes.
somebody said that in my chat a few streams ago. Like Emiliano Martinez. I'm like, no, no, no. He
David,
had a
I,
good
I
run.
David didn't play bad today, so I won't.
didn't. No,
David
but what
is
people are
our problem.
asking me for,
To
people are
me,
just mentioning goalkeeper replacements. So
put in the
one of
whole
them said,
team, make that a whole team perfect, and then replace the keeper. You
that's
understand?
what I agree. That's what I would say.
Like
Yeah,
for
Harry, we're
right
keeping
now,
a chat,
I'm not focusing
keeping a
on the
track of them.
goalkeeper. That's not my priority. I want to be playing better football,
I
putting
couldn't
teams
agree
to
with you more.
bed, putting teams to bed when we have the opportunities. That's all I want.
I
Better
couldn't agree with
football
you
and
more.
putting the teams to bed. I'm jealous of when Liverpool, Man City, when they get that weak team that's not up to standard at that day, they put that team to bed. That's what I want. I want to see 6-7 without no hesitation or without no they coming back to score goals on us. I want us to be ruthless and then we could
It's
talk
the
about the goalkeeper.
ruthlessness that we're missing and that we
You
need
know,
to go
Even
for.
if we're not ruthlessness, let's be more clinical at least.
Yeah,
but that's
One of
what I'm
them would
saying.
be
But
good.
in
but
One
ruthlessness,
doesn't
of
that
them
go
would be good.
hand
you
in
need
hand though?
clinical. Yes. You need
Well,
clinical. You're
so
ruthless. You know that, right?
ruthless can be we are more attacking, but clinical will be like if we have 5 shots, we score 3 instead of
Ruthless means that you
18 shots
put
and
shame,
5 on target. Know what I
shame
mean?
on the opponent. That's what the ruthless means. You put shame. That means you score all
Yeah.
the goals you get. And
I would
that's
take
what
clinical. I would take
that's what
clinical as long as we are clear of not getting a comeback. I'd be happy with that.
yes.
Like
Like
perfect.
when you sick goes down, you could go and have a cup of tea or something without worrying about let's score.
Exactly.
Oh my god, it's nervy.
Yeah,
I'm
I
tired
agree.
of it. I'm tired of it. And we've been playing like that for years. We've been playing like that for years. I'm tired of it. We have a good manager. I need to see better. Okay. And then for us to
Yeah.
see better, we need them Glazers to get out. Because if they're
Yeah.
still there, there is more problems for us. And we don't want that.
I agree. Datta saying I want Osman at United. Datta, the only thing I would say about that is I mean, if we get completely shafted and Jim Ratcliffe is our owner, you can just forget about Kane or Osman. That's all I'm going to say. You can forget about both of them.
But
Honest.
with the Jim Radcliffe situation, right? Guys, he's talking about debt. We're already in
Yeah.
debt, and he's talking
Yeah.
about debt, talking
Mhm.
about hey, we're not gonna clear the debt, but the debt we coming in with is gonna be on Ineos. I'm like, what? Like what? Like, bro,
I
Ineos is
mean,
your company, right?
technically, we wouldn't be in debt though. That is true.
We will be in debt.
But
Ineos,
how
No,
would
and
you
then we
be paying
okay.
that off, brother?
Who's gonna
You've
get the
had.
money? It's an American company again.
Thank you.
no.
It's
I'm
an
just saying,
American
Ineos.
company
If
again.
Ineos takes on the debt, then the debt is not against the name of the club. So technically,
Who
we
is in
would be
charge
debt
of
free.
Ineos? Who's the boss?
No. No, that's not what I'm saying, Chava. I'm saying technically, if they take, for example, if I owe you $100, it's against my name. I've signed an agreement saying I have to pay you
Yes,
100.
the
If
whole
Ineos takes the thing, then our club actually
Nate,
becomes
Nate,
debt free
Nate,
because
Nate,
that money will go to Ineos's credit account.
Nate.
Yeah, I
The
still
No,
don't
I'm
cycle.
just telling
buy
you that
Okay,
that.
if
No,
that's
I
what
get it. I get it.
if that's what he professes to do, by the
it's
way,
a
that's what
cycle,
he's
though.
saying.
Remember, it's a cycle. Jim Radcliffe, Ineos, Glazers, American Blanc. It's just a cycle,
Yeah.
and it comes
He
back
was
to
going
the
to be
same thing.
funded by JP
No
Morgan
matter,
or
no,
something.
no
That's
matter.
also
That's what I'm
American.
saying. No matter what they do, it's a cycle,
Yeah.
and the debt will be there. So if
No,
Mm,
no,
let's say,
but what I
okay,
agree, Choppers.
let's
The
say
difference
Ineos
is it won't
goes
be on our name. That's what I'm saying.
Ineos get bankrupt, right? Wouldn't that debt
Mhm.
go back to Jim Radcliffe
No,
and back to
no, no, it won't. That's why I'm saying there is a difference. If what he says is that if he
I don't
professes to do
right
what
now
he
I don't
says,
believe
then it
Jim.
won't
He's
be.
like a Glazer's puppet right now
Yeah, no,
because
that's fair.
Also,
That's
we don't
completely
you
fair.
know.
want to
The
buy
thing
the
is
club,
with him.
right? And now since you realize that okay, I can't outbid or I can't give too much money to them straight up, I'm gonna invite them to the party. No, we don't want them at the party. You know?
No,
We
they
don't
can
want
go.
them. So that's my problem with him. And he to me is like he's a backstabber now. Because
Yeah,
when we were rooting for
basically.
two new owners, now they have one that sell his soul. He sell his soul to the
It's so
backside.
funny. It's so funny because when Ziliakis said, "I don't mind going three ways to own this club," Jim
Everybody
Ratcliffe said
laughed
no.
at him.
Jim Ratcliffe said
Everybody
no to
laughed at him.
that, and the Altani is dead. But now Jim Ratcliffe wants to partner with the Glazers, so it's
Yes.
really it's just not. I mean, not good. You know. Because to me it doesn't make sense. It's like you don't want to partner with Ziliakis, and we get rid of all of them,
But but
and the
you want to
Altanis.
partner with the Glazers. You crazy. You crazy.
I think he's just desperate, really.
But that's what I'm telling you because he can beat the Qataris because they have too much money. And then when people talk about, oh, you outbid them, whatever, whatever. No,
I
he
I
sell his
think there's
soul
a
to the dark
media
side. That's what he did. He sell his
narrative.
soul to get the club. I don't want him anymore. Like
Yeah, I
when
don't want that.
I didn't. It was Jim or if it was Qatari, I'll be okay with that. But now talking about Jim and Glazer still being in charge, I'm like,
Giving
bro,
them another
brother,
leeway to stay. Nah, bruv. Nah.
brother,
Bye bye.
brother,
Bye bye. I
brother.
ain't
All
having
right,
that. No, thank you.
you ain't
No,
ready
thank you.
yet, bro.
Gotta
You don't
go.
want that.
We'll
I
see
don't know.
how
I
the
don't know.
upcoming games go. I mean,
I'm just very apprehensive because I realize how greedy the Glazers are, which makes it a very difficult.
Yes, it will be a difficult thing, but then Jim had to just stand his ground. That's all, and let them choose. You understand? Let them choose. Don't bring them to the party. Let them choose. Bringing them to the
What
party,
do
you
you
give
know
them
about the
another
people?
option. You give them another option. That's what it is. So now they have another option to stay. You understand what I'm saying? And that's the problem. So now instead of selling the whole club, then they have two options where they could stay. Either they could go with the whatever group. What's the name? The Rain Group or whatever it's called.
Rain Group are the people who
No,
are
not Rain Group. What's the
Carlisle.
name of the people that was funding them so that they could stay?
Carlisle Group, right?
Yes, some group.
yeah.
Now you have Jim Radcliffe willing to give 20%. So which one the Glazers gonna take? That's why I fear it because I know they're gonna
Y'all
take
have
what's
opportunities
best,
to get billions right now in your
but
pocket.
they won't
Take
take
it.
it though. They won't take it
Take
because
it.
they know Manchester United is a treasure. Would you sell your treasure for 5 million when you know it could bring you more money than that? I won't. So think of it.
Ugh.
and then now it's not even
Oh,
in
he
no,
is.
it's not in anybody's hands. It's in their hands, and I don't trust them one bit.
It's gonna be some horrible upcoming day. We're gonna be hearing left and right
It's gonna
so
be
many different
horrible.
stories.
Yes, I'm just waiting. I just want to wait until I don't do no videos about it. I'm waiting until, and
Yeah,
then do
I
my
I just did like one video just once the final bits came in. So now I'm just waiting for the actual decision
yeah. When
when
they
we
when
hear
they, they
something come
kind of
clear.
like hear something, yes, that's what they're doing. I don't want to hear no speculations
Yeah,
or
because I
this
don't want to
and
go
that.
back
This
and
is
forth with this. It's
yeah,
draining. It's
yeah.
Yeah,
tiring.
and someone on my live chat asked me when's the deadline. I'm like, so the deadline technically is just a formal acknowledgement of when the bids will stop, but the decision making process is based on the owners, which means there is actually no deadline except for submitting something.
Yeah,
So the decision making and submitting is different. It's like they take into account your submissions and they can actually give you an answer whenever they want.
yeah,
So at most you can say, okay, the deadline's over. Now we just wait for the decision. But in terms of when a decision can come, a decision can actually come anytime. It
yeah.
could
Because
come
I was hearing
literally
like,
while we're talking right now.
yeah, it
So
could be now. It could be, they were saying
next week,
maybe not today, maybe
end of the
tomorrow, but like
season.
in the upcoming 7 to 10 days. You never know. You never know. So it'll be interesting, man, for sure.
You want to hear
But
a conspiracy theory?
ooh, ooh, hey, yeah, 3-1. Let's go.
Really?
Kane,
Hey,
I tell you why. Now I want him. Come now,
Let's go! Come on!
bro.
and they've had many chances
You
before. Then
come to
they've the
Manchester,
Spurs are
bro.
in the game.
Come to Manchester, baby. Come.
Klopp is like, Klopp is pissed.
I
It's
need
so
you. I need
funny
you,
how he's like,
Harry Kane.
what?
Harry Kane, I need you. Just come. Just
Oh,
come.
so
I
now you're
need you.
changing. Okay, I see you,
Just
choppers.
I
It's
can
fine.
just
It's fine. It's fine. Welcome.
No, I always wanted him. I want him or Osimhen. I don't care who we get.
do
I just
you
want them to
guys hear
pressure.
that?
But
Huh?
watching, you see, that's why I tell you, that's the
Can you
reason.
hear
That's what
that? Do
we
you
need.
hear that noise?
What
What
noise?
noise?
Sound of hell freezing over.
Yeah.
Let's go! Come on!
That noise. Thank you.
You're such a hater, man. Get out of here.
Am
Yeah.
I? Or do I just not believe that it's going to work out?
I could see him in a red shit already, bro. Oh my god.
Yeah, I know you're right. Bayern Munich looks good on him.
I just remember him. Remember when he came?
Oh, he was actually class. Yeah,
And
solid.
yeah, but
Imagine Harry
Very
Kane
good.
comes, right? And wins the league. As soon as he
okay.
comes. Yo, he'll be another Van
Very
Persie,
handsome fellow
bro.
too.
Huh?
No, I'm
What?
saying Van Persie is a very handsome fellow. Charisma,
Uh,
charisma.
I mean, I do have a crush on Van Persie, so it is what it is. But hey, that's hey.
We've had
Oh,
a good
another
his.
chance. Hey, is it gonna be 3-2?
We've had
Oh
a
no,
good
Allison saved.
we've had
They
a
are
good
Again,
history
getting
with Dutch
again.
players.
Oh boy.
what?
We
We've had
need
a
this
good
in
history
our
with
club.
Dutch players.
We have.
We need this in our club. Why they didn't go and pay the money? Give Livy the money from last year. We need that in our club, bro.
Games will be
Wait, how
wrapped up
can we
if we
hold on? How
had
could
the
we give him
Hurry
last year? We had
Kane.
Ronaldo last year.
No, January. But we would have been able to go.
But that's
Somebody, I
what
don't
I'm
know.
saying. We had to do that before the Ronaldo situation.
Yeah.
They went for the big
Before the
name. They
Ronaldo.
went for the story. They went for all that. But then, please, I never wanted Ronaldo. From the day they said they were getting Ronaldo, I knew it would
You
have been
wanted
a
him to
problem.
go to Man City?
I don't care. But what I'm saying is that what I'm
I
saying.
prefer really not to speak. If I speak, I am in big trouble. In big trouble. And I don't want to be in big trouble.
But let's be honest about it. I knew that situation would have happened because we were not in a right position to have Ronaldo, and that's what it was. Remember, we were on the attack. We were all over the place before Ten Hag
We were.
came. So let's be
We were.
honest, it would have been a problem. And then bam, they bring Ronaldo, more problems. Then they appoint Ten Hag, and they thought that it would work. It would never work because we were already in problems. We had to
Ugh.
fix our problems before we bring Ronaldo. So let's say in maybe a year's time, right? And then Ronaldo was still at Juventus or wherever, and then we fix our midfield, we fix our defense, and blah blah. Then you could bring Ronaldo, but bringing Ronaldo at that time was useless. That was useless. That was you could see that was a Ed Woodward signing. You could see that was
It
a
was like, let's be honest, but
it was just a
hindsight,
stupid
it
signing.
is what it is. It's sad how it ended, but what are we gonna do? We move. We're still in a good position.
That's
We're
what it
moving
is.
forward. Hey,
Because let's be honest, if we were winning and stuff like that, and Ronaldo was in the team, Ten Hag would play. But the
yeah,
time we were not winning, and when he plays, we play poorly. So he had to put him on the bench, but he didn't want no bench.
yeah.
And you know how that goes. You see
Hey,
what he be doing in Saudi? Just running past people. You see Ronaldo ever run past somebody in the Premier League?
yeah.
No. Oh.
This game is just oof.
Okay,
People, okay.
so if
So
they get a draw, I'll be happy. Because then I'll know Harry Kane is good.
I want them to be I want it to be a draw because I think that would be,
Bro,
that would be
having
funny.
Harry Kane is so good, bro.
I'm telling you. I like that Nathan is just sitting there being like,
But
yeah,
but
sure he
but
is.
Ned, I ain't gonna lie, right? I have already have a bad experience with Harry, so I don't know about that
I take Harry Wilson, quite honestly.
though. Nah,
Your dude.
I want Kane.
We
I
will.
want
You're
Kane.
gonna
I
love
want.
him. You're gonna
I
love him.
leave the Harry
The
alone.
thing
Don't
is,
say
the thing
Harry.
is,
Don't
I
say
don't
Kane.
have a
Don't say
problem.
Harry.
I don't have a problem backing any player that Ten Hag wants. My
Mm-hmm.
problem lies in the fact that our players are not supportive enough of Harry Kane.
Who?
Every striker we have always has the graveyard shift. Every
Don't
striker.
worry. We gonna
But
fix
his
it.
link
Our
up is
manager's gonna
really
fix
good.
it.
See,
I'm
but
telling you, people, y'all are
here's
not
the thing,
ready.
right? Here's the thing. But we're not getting him for link up. We're getting him for goals. We got players that can
But
link
that's
Yeah,
up
what I'm
but that's
immediately.
the
saying.
part of his goals.
The manager's gonna fix it. We're gonna have what's his name? De Jong. We're gonna have Timber. You know.
Sorry,
Oh
what?
wow.
We're gonna have De Jong. Dude, you're having a laugh. If they win the league, you might as well forget. De Jong's just not going to happen. If they win that
We're
We
league,
gonna
it's
have
just we
not even
just
going to
need
happen.
some ball carrier,
Caicedo.
whether it be De Jong or
We're gonna have
somebody else. Bring me
Caicedo.
somebody.
We're gonna have McAllister. We have a
Bring me Kim
plenty
and
to
Jay.
choose from. Then we have Kim and Jay and Timber's defensive.
I don't know
Oh,
if I
oh
want Timber
my
again. I'm gonna be honest. I don't know, man.
I'll
I
take
don't
Quintus
know.
Timber.
God.
Huh?
I think he's gonna go back
I'll
for
take
Timber
Quinton
for
Timber.
sure.
Yeah, he has a twin brother, does he
He-
not?
I told you that the other day. Yeah,
Yeah, he
Feyenoord,
did.
Dutch champions, and
And then
whatever
we're
that is.
gonna get another right back or left back. Oh my god. Think of
We
it,
got
guys.
already right backs and left backs. Why are we
Put
buying the
it in your mind.
same position players?
Put it in your mind.
We
We're
got three
gonna
left
do it.
backs.
We're gonna do it.
So we have three left backs. I don't want
Pray
to buy
on
three
it.
left
Pray
backs.
on it, guys. We're gonna do
Why
it.
are we buying more left backs?
Yes, we're gonna have a right back or left back, one of them.
We got three left backs and three right backs.
Because we have a multiple what's his name? Multi-talented Shaw. Multi-talented
We
Shaw.
still have three left backs.
We have multi-talented Shaw. Think of it.
Yeah, that's great, but we
I
technically
love this.
still have three left backs though, without multi-talented Shaw. We still have three left
Remember,
backs.
Shaw could play anywhere.
This is
That's great.
Roberto Carlos and Luke Shodish.
Yeah. That's great. We still have three left backs though, without Shaw counted.
Okay,
still
we're
got
gonna
three
sell
left backs.
Teles. We're gonna sell Brendan
we gotta
Williams.
We
And then
got
we
it.
have,
Yeah.
and then we
Actually,
left with
not. I was
one.
actually not counting Brandon
Malacia.
Williams, but okay.
They gotta be
Malacia.
sold.
Right now, technically, we only have one Malacia. Okay, right now.
Well,
We need
Brandon
another
Williams
one.
is actually bench, so we have two. Brandon
Don't
Williams
worry
on the
about
bench.
Brendan Williams. He's going.
He
Uh,
will
Just
go.
put it in your head. Put it in your head. We're gonna have a clear out.
50K
Clear
a week.
out.
Clear out. Maguire is top
Yard
on the
sale.
list. Maguire is top on the list. If he can go, I'll get the bus for him.
Yeah.
Get out.
We'll take the plane to England and we'll, put him on a bus and say goodbye,
I'm glad.
Maggie.
I'm glad
Thank
you.
you
I'm
for the
glad you guys are
memories.
confident. I'm glad you guys are confident.
I'm just, what can you do about it? You can't do anything about it. You have
Yeah, you
fun
can't do
with it.
anything. I'm glad you guys are
You have
confident,
fun
but
with it.
If
for
you
me,
don't
it's like,
laugh, you're gonna cry, and I need to laugh. So
I mean, if you don't, if you, in this case, if you don't laugh, you just put him on the bench. But sure.
okay,
I ain't
sure.
crying for him. I'm never gonna cry for him. So
No, I'm just saying the whole situation with
I
I'm
mean,
just trying
I
to be.
mean, I look at it this way, right? Varane and Shaw are going to be fit for the new season in time for preseason. Harry Maguire, if he wants to be fifth choice centre back, that's on him. I can't really tell him not to. He's getting paid. I would sit on the bench getting paid 200K a week. It is what it is. He's not getting any younger. This could be the last good contract he has. The next contract's going to pay nowhere near. I can see why he just doesn't leave because he doesn't want to leave, and that's it. Like, but he
I,
can sit on the bench a lot. That's what's going to happen.
I believe we just need maybe one center back.
What, center back? Yeah, I think we need at
Just
least one
maybe
more for
one.
sure.
Kim and Jay, that's mine.
Ah,
So then we can
Wait,
go
wait, wait,
into
wait,
the
wait. Hey,
season.
hey, hey. Huh?
Huh?
Wait.
So the reason I don't want Kim and Jay is because I'm almost certain there's going to be a bidding war, which
Yes.
means we're going to get robbed personally.
We
Because
always
what
get
happens
robbed.
is if you think about
They
it, so
rob,
if you
they,
think
they
about it,
rob,
Sofia,
they
right?
rob us all
Everybody,
the time.
yeah,
We
yeah,
are
and
we are
also
we are known for the
a
robbers.
buyout
The robbers.
clause.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
true.
and you have to think about
I
it this
get
way,
it.
Choppers. A buyout clause means everyone can put that buyout clause number, and then we get robbed.
What's his
So,
buyout clause?
Is it 40?
We could
40.
afford that with our owners. We could afford that and give him a good pay. We could afford that.
No, it's not about affording it. It's about who then puts the best offer. That's what I'm saying. We are going to get robbed
But that's what I'm
because
saying.
everyone's going to
We
pay
can-
40
we can
million for him.
give him the a good offer, and then get the 40 million out.
But then there is there. I don't know if you guys heard that reading where Ten Hag wants everyone's wage bill to be less than 300K. So if that's the
He's a
cap,
liar. That won't happen. He's a liar. He said that, and
actually,
then
I really do believe Ten Hag doesn't want everyone to be on big money. I actually believe
yes,
that
but
one.
then Rashford, you have to give him the 300, right?
Oh no, yeah. The apart from these players, I'm talking
When
about like
Harry
new
Kane
players.
comes,
Everybody
what you gonna
else,
give him?
we gotta level it up. We can't have.
When Harry Kane comes, what you gonna give him?
200.
No,
How
300.
much?
That's what they said.
But
No,
how
no,
much
no.
does
That's
he
what
Harry
they
Kane
have?
and
said.
Rashford,
You're
they're gonna
asking
give
me
him
what I'm gonna
300.
give him.
No, oh, okay. I'm sorry, but that's what they said they're gonna give 300.
Yeah, I know. 100 million plus 300K a week.
They
You're
have
having a
certain
laugh,
players
man.
that Ten Hag cannot do nothing about. They have their own brands and they bring a lot to the company.
And I'd take him for the free and pay him 500K a week in that case. Because 100 million plus 300K, you're talking about like 130 million for a person with 1 year on his contract.
We
It's
have the
mad,
money
man.
to spend, brother, man. We have the money.
Choppers, it's principle though. It's not about just having money to spend.
Yes, it's a principle,
We,
but then we need, bro.
okay,
I'm tired.
Choppers.
I
We
told you I'm
spend
tired of
130
playing
million on
that
Harry
type of
Kane.
football. I'm
Fair enough.
tired of playing it.
Fair
So
enough,
do
right?
what they
Fair
have
enough.
to
We
do.
pay 130 million on Harry Kane, right? Including wages.
Uh-huh.
Let's say for some reason Eric Ten Hag wants Frankie De Jong. Let's just entertain the idea for a second, okay?
Uh-huh.
So they'll go starting at 80 million. And then we go, oh, they got the money, we'll go 85. Then we'll like, now you want to pay 85, we'll go 100. And then they'll be like, they got the money, we'll go 100. So like, what, are we just paying everybody 100 million to play for our team? I don't want players like that, man.
Right. Well, as I said, we have options. If we don't need to go for De Jong anymore, we could go for
No, but
Casemiro.
doesn't that not apply to Harry Kane too?
No, Harry Kane. We only have two strikers in mind.
How is that
We only have
logical?
we only have two strikers in mind. Harry Kane and Aston. We have to do whatever
Man,
it
I'll
takes
take
to get them, and that's
I'll
what it
take
is.
I'll take Rasmus Højlund. I told Sofia last
Why?
week.
I didn't I say I do not want no experiment. I do not want experiment
But
anymore.
he's doing very well in
I
Serie A.
don't.
How is that
I
an
do not
experiment?
care, Syria, and this.
But Osimhen's doing well in Serie A. What do you mean it's an experiment?
I want proper goal scorers.
It's the same
I don't want no
experiment.
experiment. Osimhen is
It's the
better
same
than him,
experiment.
right or wrong?
Yeah, Osimhen's
What?
5 years older than him.
Right. My answer is boom. I
But
want
Osimhen had one good season as well.
Osimhen
Wait,
or
wait, wait,
Harry
wait, wait,
Kane.
wait, wait,
Get
wait.
me either or. I do not care. That's what it is.
Rasmus Højlund alongside a Harry Kane. Would that work?
Well,
First
that
of
will
all,
work.
Sophia.
That will work.
First of all,
But then-
Sophia, you
but
know we
then-
can't say it like that, so you
we
did
won't
it on
have money
purpose.
for both of them, though.
Okay.
We need to get maybe.
So what you did
even
then? So what
Ivan
you did
Toney.
then?
Go get Ivan Toney. Don't let Arsenal get him. Get Ivan
Oh
Toney.
yeah, I'll take Ivan Toney.
I would
I've
love.
always said that.
Yeah, Yeah,
Go get
I
Was
wouldn't
Ivan
it
mind
was
Toney.
having
it
Tony.
JP? It was JP, right? When we did the call-in show, I think we both agreed we take Ivan Tony.
I
Go
Shout
think
out
get
to
so.
JP. I
Ivan
think JP
Toney.
said we take
I think
Ivan
so.
Tony too.
Get
Or
Ivan
was it
Toney.
Eddie? I think it was Eddie or JP. It was one of them.
Get Ivan Toney and
Could have
or
been
Harry
Eddie.
Kane, or get Ivan
Harry.
Toney and Osimhen. I do not care. Right now, I'm tired of the
Take Ivan
football we're
Tony.
playing. I'm telling you, we need to
I
do
take
better.
Ivan Tony.
Our
I'm happy
owners
with
need
Ivan
to do
Tony.
better. So if we get new owners, that's what I want. I don't want them to go spending big money just for spending money's sake, but
Yeah,
spend
no,
the
no.
money where
If
it
you,
makes sense.
hey, the biggest priority is a striker. So
Yes,
I
so
don't
spend that
mind breaking
money.
the bank for a striker.
Yes, we need
Then
that.
you,
Does no one think our priority should be a central midfielder too?
But that's what
no,
I'm saying.
it should be, but I need that striker, and
But
then
that's
you
what I'm
add me a
saying.
couple of other. But I need
Striker,
that striker.
midfield, and then after, if we have money for others, we do what we have to do. You
I need
understand?
at least 5 players in, though. I'm gonna be honest. I need at least 5 players.
5
You
players.
know?
Yeah, I do. I do.
Yeah,
I do. I
about
do.
5 players. At least if we could add
At least.
offload about 6 players, right? This season, right? We offload 6 players, let's say 6 to 7, and maybe get the money for Maguire, maybe one Basaka, um,
Yeah,
um,
because you
um,
do need to offload player and get some money in for them.
Brendan Williams. We could get at least 2 million for Brendan Williams. I don't care, and then maybe
Academy
get
player.
go get,
That's a
you know.
moolah profit. Not much, but
Hmm?
Go,
something.
Shouldn't we get at least 10? He is young.
I think we can get more. 10 maybe. 10. I think we can get 10.
but
Plus,
then
he
we
signed a
just
new
need
contract 2 years ago. So, what,
we need
like 3 years on his contract?
we could offload players. Maybe even a McTominay. We get the 20 million for McTominay. You never
No,
know.
I want McTominay in the team.
I'm just saying. Even a Fred, we could get money for Fred.
Somebody
We
got to
need
go.
to do something.
Someone
A lot
other
of
than
Then
people
Fred got
actually
to
have.
go.
and then that money, the money we get from them players, then we could invest in the smaller positions we need. But then for me, I want them to break the bank for the striker and the midfield. So if they have to spend 200 in striker and midfield, where they get 2 strikers and or 1 midfield or 2 midfield, fine. And then the rest of the money distribute it wherever you feel possible. And that's what it is.
Someone was making a joke to me today. I think it was via WhatsApp group. They were like, I think we should sign Kane and re-sign Vegost because that in that
I
way
do not want
we will have
Vegas.
no,
I
but
do not
in
want
that
Vegas.
case, we'll have one world-class striker and we'll have Harry Kane. And I started laughing. I started laughing. I was like,
Let's go! Come on!
We ain't
I
doing
agree.
this.
Let's go indeed.
We-
No,
we-
but I found it so
Vegas,
funny
look, I
because
said, Vegas need to go back to Burnley so Burnley could sell him. That's what they need to do. Go back
I
to
think
Burnley.
I have a
and
feeling
get
we're going to
scored.
re-sign him because I think Eric Ten Hag gave him his word.
No,
I don't know. I
no,
just have this feeling.
Burnley not gonna resign him.
No, I'm saying we are going to re-sign him because I think Eric Ten Hag gave him
If
his word.
you see, if Eric Ten Hag resign Vegas, I'll be Ten Hag out. I'm telling you now.
You can be
And that's
Ten
what-
Hag
yeah,
out,
no,
Choppers.
Choppers.
No, Choppers. You
I'm
can be
gonna
Ten Hag
be
out, but
Ten
we are
Hag
having a
out.
party
I'm
and you're
telling you.
invited.
I'm telling you, if
Choppers.
Vegas is there next
How you do
season,
the most, brother? Brother, I was with you
no,
before that, but
I'm
now you're
serious.
doing
I'm
too
serious.
much.
I'm serious.
You
Let's
bet.
be honest. Let's be honest about this. Let's be honest about it. This is not a joke. This is not a joke. My club is not no.
But I'm
no
not
shit.
making a joke. Choppers,
Hey,
hold on a minute.
hey,
Hold
let
on.
me tell
I
you.
understand
If
why you think it's funny,
Vegas
but it's
is
like if
here
Eric Ten
next
Hag gives him his
season-
word.
Wait,
It's
guys,
like-
one at a time. Let
Wait,
Choppers
no,
just finish
what
your
I'm
point,
saying
and
is,
then
Choppers.
you can, yeah.
No, but Choppers, I'm not actually making a joke. I have been. There have been murmurings for. And this actually applies to Sabitzer as well. That if
I'm okay
certain
with
criteria is met. No, but I'd look at it as someone honoring his word because he's getting us out of a difficult position.
honoring
And-
what word? We don't have time
Well-
for this experiment and this
well,
shit. We have to be competing with Man City and the rest. We don't have
that's not
time.
gonna happen next season.
Having Vegas and gonna be competing with Man City. Let's say we get Kane, right? Kane is injured and we have Vegas as our substitute.
Yeah, that
Let's be
no.
honest about this,
I'm
man.
not having that.
I
Yeah,
do not, if
I get
Vegas is there
Yeah,
next
yeah.
season, I'm telling you now, I'll be Ten Hag out. I'm telling you now.
Yeah,
Because
but
I'm
here's the
tired of
thing.
it. I'm tired of
But
them.
here's the
You know what? We will come back to this clip, right? We will come back to this. Just
listen,
letting you know, I will hold you
I'm
to
gonna
this.
have a part. I'm gonna have a party. I'm gonna have
April
a thing,
30th.
and I'm gonna
What
be
time?
like,
1:25. Okay.
remember the word. Remember the word. Wout Weghorst. Wout St. Patrick. Are you ready?
I'm telling you, guys, let's be
Let's
serious.
go. The
Let's
real
be serious.
gunmen are showing up, baby. The Dutch gunman.
I'm gonna support the
Both of y'all are
team.
doing
I'm
too much,
gonna
I
support
swear.
the team, right? But if Vegas is here next season and we don't have a proper replacement for our striker, I'll be furious.
But is that going to be
Maybe
Ten
I
Hag
won't be
out
Ten
or
Hag
on the
out.
border? On the
Maybe I
board.
won't be Ten Hag. It's the manager. Because what the hell you have Vegas in your squad for? It's the manager.
Okay,
You need to
okay,
say,
choppers.
you,
Choppers, hold on.
you
You
want
need, first of all, you need to breathe a little. Just for your own blood pressure. I'm not even making a joke. You need to
having
relax a little.
Vegas here next season, You're talking
Zen.
about a whole summer window and talking about Vegas as we signed Vegas on a permanent,
People, did we? Can I ask y'all
as
something?
a
Did we
replacement.
Hold
forget?
on, hold on,
Wait.
hold on.
Did we forget that we won? What are we? What? Chill.
No, I think
No,
Choppers has
we won,
officially
but then
forgotten.
he's talking about having Vegas here next season. Next
No,
season.
That's a
wait, hold on.
trigger. Wow.
Wait. No, hold on. Choppers.
Next
Wait.
season, when we have to be competing for the league
Okay.
and
Hey,
other
hey.
Champions League, tell me you have a Champions League night.
No.
You wave your champion, and Vegas is in the starting 11.
I don't
Tell
really
me
think
how
that's
you
how the
gonna
song
look.
goes, but okay.
Tell me how it's gonna look.
No. So this is what I'm going to say, right? Just hear me out. First of all, you have to go back in time a little bit because of when it happened. So this is how I'm looking at it, and again, like I told you, I'm also looking at it as for Sabitzer's case as well because they
Don't
both
put
came.
Sabitska in it, okay?
No.
That's a case by itself.
You'll
That's a
understand.
case by itself.
No.
Sabitska has more goals than Vegas.
You'll understand why I'm putting them together. You'll understand when I explain. Okay. So from what I have read, now listen, man. At the end of the day, who knows who's accurate or not? First of all, okay, let's get that one thing clear. It doesn't really matter because if it doesn't happen or it does happen, there's no way to tell for sure whatever's going to happen. They might not. Either of them might not resign. One of them might resign. One of them might not. I don't know. But this is what I read. This is what I read ages ago. No, I'm not talking about now when we're all frustrated and mad about it. I'm talking about maybe a couple of weeks into it, and we were happy with him being there, and he was playing okay, and he was creating problems for defenders and stuff. I read,
Problems.
well, he's drawing fouls, he's getting physical with it. Listen, man, there are all kinds of strikers. I'm not saying they're all not Harry Kane.
Good. He played 2 or 3 games good, but let's be Nathan,
No,
you talking
that's what I'm saying.
about having him on a permanent,
No.
That's what you're talking
So
about,
hold on. No, that's not what I'm
You
saying.
said as a backup for Harry Kane,
Well, I mean, technically, he would be a backup, wouldn't he? He's a striker.
I do not want him as a backup.
What else would he be a backup to? He can't be a goalkeeper. What
if-
else is he going to be a backup to?
No. If Vegas is a backup for Harry Kane, it's best you put.
He's a backup by default, though, Choppers. He's
It's
not a
best you
backup
leave
like we're
Maguire
saying he's a
play
backup.
Maguire as a backup instead.
People,
It's best
people.
you
Okay,
play
hold on.
Maguire as a backup.
Wait.
I bet
on.
you
So-
Maguire's gonna score goals than Vegas if he's as a backup striker.
Yeah, that's
Instead
not
of,
happening.
That's
That's what we
Vegas.
said 3 years ago. It didn't happen.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm,
that's not happening.
no, I'm just saying.
Yeah.
You cannot have Vegas as a backup on a permanent.
Okay, fair enough.
No.
I actually agree
agree
with
with
you. Even though I would celebrate if we re-signed him, I actually agree with you. But here's what I read. So what I read was because, and I look at it that way because for me it kind of matters because I am a fan of this club first, no matter what. And we have had plenty of players that have not been technically good enough to wear the shirt, but we have always supported them because they have been part of our team. So just look at it from that point of view, if nothing else, which is fine. You don't have
Well,
to like
player.
him. Lots of people don't like him. So what I'm going to say is, from what I read, was because Wout Weghorst gave his, and I actually explained this to Sofia too. If you look at it from a neutral point of view, Wout Weghorst told Besiktas to take a walk because Manchester United kept calling. But it actually makes Wout Weghorst look really bad and really not professional, kind of like how we blame what Ronaldo did. Okay, I'm putting that to the side for a second. No, that is what Ronaldo did. It is unprofessional. Unprofessional is unprofessional. That's it.
Yes,
It's
but
unprofessional.
let's not talk about Ronaldo.
No, I'm just saying
While Vegas was
professionalism.
playing
No,
for
I'm talking about professionalism.
whatever the
I'm just
name
saying
is, okay?
professionalism.
No, it's just
Manchester
professionalism.
United is a
I'm not
big
comparing.
club.
I'm not comparing. I'm just saying they're not professional, Choppers. That's it. I'm not comparing.
Yes, but
No comparison.
two different players we're talking about.
Well, I mean,
Two different players
both of them technically threw
and
their
two
toys out of the
different
pram.
teams. And two
No,
different teams.
but they also both threw out their toys out of the pram. One didn't want to play for us, and one did want to play for us. They both threw their toys out of the pram.
Yeah.
That's what happened in the end. So what I'm saying is, I think, and what I've read is because Sabitzer and Wout Weghorst came when we, also known as the Glazers, put us in a difficult position in January, that Eric Ten Hag might reward them a short-term contract because of them doing whatever they did personally to try and make the move to our team. Now, that was, of course, 2-3 weeks into January. We are, of course, 2-3 weeks into April. And I know people are fed up of Wout Weghorst, and maybe some people are even fed up of Sabitzer. But what I'm trying to say is, if he has given his word, he has given his word in Jan. You can't like hold him to it now. It wouldn't be fair, because if you read this in Jan, Choppers, you wouldn't be this mad. That's
Yeah.
what I'm saying. Come on, Choppers, not in Jan. You wouldn't be this mad in Jan, Choppers. Come on.
We got him as a loanee. Okay,
No,
a
no, that's what
loanee.
I'm saying.
You did
I
not
agree.
Guys,
drop.
guys,
Listen,
guys,
listen, listen.
we need to
You
have a
did not
proper
drop.
stream just about this. But guys, I'm so hungry. I have to wrap. Like my head is starting to
Well,
get
St. Patrick,
really.
baby. Well, St. Patrick.
This
Look
is
at
good
this.
though.
Look at
This is
that.
hey. I definitely need to do a
There
stream
we
with you
go.
guys when once the season is over and we start to talk about transfers because
Listen, all
it'll be
I'm
good.
just going to say it this way. I
Yeah.
understand if Choppers gets mad if it happens, but
Yeah.
based on what I've read, I'd understand. And technically, it would be Sabitzer as well, which would actually make me happy, because we have
I
another
mean, we
central
all would
midfielder and
be
we can get
happy
rid
with
of Fred
Sabitzer.
and McTominay.
Yep.
Yeah, and we get rid of Fred and McTominay, so I'd be happy. So one of
Yes.
them I'd be happy with. One of them would be someone
Okay,
who fills a spot on the bench.
you know when I'll be
Yeah,
happy
then.
if Vegas is a
Scores
number.
in the final, right? Come on, say
No,
it.
in the
If
free.
Vegas scores in the final, he
No,
scores
no, in
what?
the free. Like we bought two other strikers and have him as number three. Maybe
That's
I'll be
actually not
happy.
a that could be a possibility, because if Greenwood comes in, he technically be three.
No, I don't
Yeah,
think Greenwood's gonna
MG.
play anymore. I don't.
No,
Sorry.
I'm just saying if we re-sign him, I have different thoughts as well. But if he does join, then
Yeah,
technically he
I
would
No,
be
do
I've
the
been
think.
third one.
hearing that he
Yeah,
he's
I've
not.
been hearing like
No,
he I don't know. But as you said, maybe if he think
maybe.
Yeah,
fine,
yeah.
but
I've just when
I just
yeah.
separated. The thing is, Choppers, I just take Eric Ten Hag as a man of his word, and if he said that in January, I wouldn't be mad. I understand if people would be mad. I get it. Like, I don't blame people, but if if he does, I wouldn't be mad, because he's basically honoring his word, and that's
so
I think that's a nice thing. So
as JP said, right? How many games it takes? Next two games, right? One game
one,
to steal top four.
one. We beat Brighton. We're in. I think we're in already. We did the maths the other day. Everyone's a little too panicky, and I understand. But I
I
think if
that's
we
also
win
I
one more,
feel like we're being a
I think
bit
we win one more game.
reactionary. Like
We shut down Brighton, and I think
How many more games to go to the Premier League again?
we
Six,
have
five?
we have five more. We have five more. Yeah.
Oh,
we
okay.
might have 5 or 6
But
more.
then
Brighton has
no,
six.
maybe
Brighton
six.
has six.
But to me, we have a game in hand, right?
No, we have a game in hand. Brighton has two. So Brighton has 6 games. We have five.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. So must
Yeah.
become okay. All right.
Also remember,
And
like we're
Spurs
gonna be playing
and
Chelsea at
Aston Villa.
home. Yeah,
Yeah, and
Fulham at home. Wolves.
Spurs and Aston Villa have played one already. They're tied. They only have 4 games left. So
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
yeah. So technically, if we shut down Brighton, I think that's the one. I think that's the one. Even a point, I think, from Brighton, I think that's the one. Because we are ahead by 1 point with Newcastle. Is that correct? Are we third at the moment, or
So no,
has Newcastle overtaken us again?
No,
they won
Newcastle
today.
won.
It's good.
So
So they 1 point ahead of us. We just gotta keep
aren't
the
they
same
two
way.
points
One,
ahead of us?
Once
one
they
point.
win,
No,
we
they're
have
1 point ahead. 2 points ahead of us.
I
But
think
we
so.
have
once
a
they
game in
win,
hand. We have a
one
game in hand for Newcastle. So
Yeah, we have
yeah,
a game in
once
hand.
they win, we have to keep on winning. So
The only
no,
thing we
Choppers
have
is
to
right.
focus
Wait,
on.
hold on. Choppers is
What?
right. We have 6 games in hand. Brighton has 7.
yeah, yeah.
I didn't
Yeah,
say that.
that's
We have
yeah,
six
yeah.
games in hand. Yeah.
We
Brighton
gotta
has 7. So
yeah.
Brighton has a hell of games in hand. They can easily finish fifth if they win all their games. Easily, I think.
But
Yeah.
you saw they lost the last game and this the one they just played yesterday. They
Yeah, I can't
dismantled.
believe they lost against Forest, man. That was
They
mad.
Yeah, I was shocked.
dismantled. And
Unbelievable.
But
yesterday you see they
they
dismantled.
they they would want to, we're gonna be facing them on Thursday. I'm gonna do a match
We are
preview with
also
that on
one on
Wednesday.
one. We are
Woo!
1-1 with Brighton. This will be the third match we play Brighton. Just like
Yep,
City, we are 1-1 with City as well. So it's gonna be interesting.
that's gonna be very interesting. But yeah, guys, we gotta wrap it up at now. I want to do a quick little player
Player
rankings
ratings,
before we. Yeah, why not? So the hair.
Choppers.
There, 8. He didn't do nothing much. He didn't. He didn't even have a
At
shot to
least,
save.
yeah.
So 8. I'll give him 8.
I was actually going to give him 6, but then I realized that he
Me too.
saved that one in the first half where we made like a mistake, so I'll give him a 7.
7.
That was a
Seven.
that was a crazy mix-up of events that happened. He kind of saved it in between his legs. It was a little mad how he had to save that one.
I agree.
Yeah, I'd give him 7. 7.
Okay. What
Ah,
about? Yeah, yeah. This is. Hey, hey.
can't
We'll
wait for
talk about
that
him
one.
soon. Dallo.
Dalo, I'll give him a 6. Basically,
That's some good
he,
tackles.
he was
Good defensive work.
defending well, but going forward, like Malasia did more going
Hmm.
forward than him.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
I would say I would give him a 7 because I thought he kept Moreno quiet. I thought for once in a while I saw him do slide tackles, and then there was
Yes.
that chance where he kind of what he went rolled over Watkins. That was actually Dallo who did that. When the ball came right in front of the goal, so it could have been a tap in for Watkins. So I'll give him a
Yes. I
7, and I
I
like
might agree
he
with
did a
that.
couple of slide tackles on Moreno, which I
Yep.
liked. I don't see Dallo do a lot of slide tackles. I like that. I like today he
Yeah.
did that.
I like that. I think maybe are they getting like hella inspired by Wambi or something like a lot of them.
And
If
if
you
if
notice
they
in,
improve, if they all get improved, that's brilliant.
I think
Great.
that's
Even
dope.
Malaysia, which we will get to, last ditch tackle, right open goal, takes out Watkins. He
I
crosses
think
over.
that's
He was
dope
on the
when we
right
see
hand side.
more
He,
of that.
he
Yep.
he came from his left and came to the right center back position to hit
Yep.
that slide tackle. Brilliant. And we'll get there obviously
So
when we
speaking
get there.
of, we'll just go to Malaysia then.
Okay.
7, 8, 8,
Yeah,
8,
I'll
8.
give him I'll give him an 8 because again attacking. But
You're
if you're
going forward.
if you're going by judging him by left back today, I'll give him a 10 because today he played out of his skin today. He shut
Yeah,
them
he
down.
played well. He shut it
Shut
down.
them
Agreed.
down.
Like
If
he
you're
was
just
up
going
and
defender,
down. He was,
yeah. If you're going defender like the old school way of how you judge defenders, I would give him a 10 today. But we'll give him an 8 because of course the modern game, whatever
Yeah.
crosses
I'll
him.
give him an 8. I was
Mm.
maybe a little bit frustrating with him at the end where we were given a few fouls here and there, but then,
Yeah,
the more
I like the tactical foul though. The tactical foul
yeah,
made
that was
sense.
tactical.
Where he got the yellow card
I
for,
told
that
her that.
one was a
Yeah,
good
that
one.
foul was a good one.
yeah,
Because they were going to be open if he didn't pull
Yeah,
him down. That tactical
that
foul I
one
like,
I
but
could.
then he
Yeah,
was a little
and then also it brings down the seconds on the clock.
yeah.
So
I get that.
It was a dangerous
And
foul. That tactical foul, it was a free kick in a dangerous area, but he needed to do that. That time he needed to pull him
yeah, because
down.
I was like first, and now like talking more about you guys about it, I'm like, okay, maybe he did need to do that then.
That's
You know,
he gets a 10 for that sliding tackle on Watkins when
yeah,
all our
hey,
defenders were out of place.
tackles
He just gets a
yeah,
sliding tackle on
wonderful.
that.
I can remember at least two
that was a
really good
wonderful
tackles
defense.
he did, exceptional.
Was like,
So
and I thought that was Wan Bissaka, right? Because we don't have black players in our defense. I totally got confused. I thought that was Wan Bissaka, and I'm like, wait, Wan Bissaka is not playing, and why is he
it's
in
like,
the
no,
center?
it's
And
Malaysia.
then I realized Malacia crossed his whole position to hit the
Yeah,
slide
it
tackle
was
because
good.
you're
And
so used
also
to Wan
you
Bissaka
saw
hitting slide tackle.
you
Like,
saw he was
whoa.
also filling out for Luke Shaw. The other time where Luke Shaw went to left back and he was in the
Yeah, I
midfield,
noticed
in the
that they were
mid
kind of
the
interchange.
defense.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
I,
yeah,
Yeah.
I
yeah.
was I was going I almost screamed Wan Bissaka. I was like, well, I was doing the watch. I was like, no, that's not him. There's no
But
dreadlocks. I
yeah,
was like,
maybe that's something
I
that
was like,
they've
no.
been working more on and train. I don't know. I just felt like I saw a lot more of the tackles in
They're
this game. That's
committing
good.
more to their defensive work. That is
Yes.
really good. I like that.
Yeah,
Today that's
that's
what it
good.
looked like.
That's very good. So, what about the center back? So let's start with Luke Shodish.
Luke Shaw, I'll give him an 8. He did nothing wrong per se. He defended well, headers, clearance, tackles. He played well, and even going forward, like he went all into the midfield following his striker, right? And he didn't lose the ball, and his striker didn't lose him. Normally, when Maguire go into the midfield behind a
He should look
striker,
so calm.
they
It looks like
either
he's been
spin him
playing as
out
a
and
center
stuff
back for
like yeah,
years.
yeah,
He just
Hey
like
looks so
he's
Sophia,
been there for
effortless.
years.
Sophia, question, guys. Who plays League Shaw at a center back first?
I'm so sure.
Oh my
Oh,
God. What the, wait, I'm
interesting how that
sorry.
works. No
Spurs are
problem.
doing. They have so many chances. Romero was about to score incredible goal. He just flew in
Romero
the
was about
air.
to score.
Yeah,
Nah,
Christian Romero
he
just
hit the
flew like
post.
a kung fu kick.
He hit the post.
Ah, the
Shaw, he's one of three players I will get to the other ones later. That also was very, very, again, not to use a basketball term, but was picking the pocket. He was stealing the ball. He was stealing the ball. He wasn't intercepting. He was stealing the ball.
Yeah, he
And
played well today. Like that's
I'm a
what.
big Luke Shaw fan. I'm a
That's
big
why.
Me
Luke
too.
Shaw
That's
fan. I
why.
give
I'm
easy eight.
wearing a Luke Shaw kit right now. Like he's at the
Easy
back
eight.
of my
For
shirt.
me,
I
it's
love him.
easy
That's
eight.
why Ten
Easy
Hag
eight.
will love him. That's why they gave him
Yeah.
the contract because he could play the he has the possession and he has the zilk and he has the
Yeah.
he has the flaws and stuff like he
Composure.
has
The main
it.
thing is the composure. He's
Yeah,
Yeah.
he
calm.
has it.
And
He has
overall
it.
this season, he's been very consistent this season, I would
Yes,
say.
he
Like
has
there's been
it.
some
Yeah,
bits
he
here and
has
there,
it.
but like overall, he's really lifted up his level. He's been wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
it's
I would
an easy
say
eight. Not easy eight
even
for
a
me.
nine. Yeah.
Yeah,
What
easy.
about
Yeah.
Luke Shaw?
Yeah.
Leveling says 100. Yeah, I give him a
Lindelof,
10.
I'll go with a 9.
I think you almost. The thing is, he literally saved a shot that was going to come in.
Oh yeah,
He
yeah,
was
yeah,
in
yeah.
the. If he didn't
But
head it
that's what I'm
out,
saying. I won't give
5.
everybody a 10, a 10, but Lindelof has 9. 9 is the highest I'm
I
going
give him a
today.
10.
I'm going
Nine
with
is still
9
hella
today.
good. Yeah,
And
I
That's
get that.
he's
fantastic.
my man of the match
And
today. He's my man of the match.
perfect.
He was flawless today, to be
Imagine
honest.
Yeah.
back to back man of the
He
match award.
especially
Come on,
he cleared
right?
the thing, and even when Maggie came on, he was telling Maggie where to stand in the defense and stuff. I like that.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yep.
Yeah.
Hey, come there. I like that. When
Victor
Maggie don't do
Lindelöf.
that, Maggie doesn't do that.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm saying
I'm
like
going to,
I'll
I
give
agree
him 9, and
completely.
that's a high 9. That's not any small 9. That's a high 9.
No, no, no. 9 is
So
still
Yeah.
hella
he
good.
was
Come on now.
flawless.
Yeah.
That's still yeah.
He was flawless.
Another one of three players who also was stealing the ball. He almost turned back the clock and gave Rashford an assist from way back in the day when we used to play Ole Gunnar Solskjaer ball, which is he
Yes.
picks
I was yeah,
Rashford.
but
He
he
picks,
has a
can I
mid
say
foot
something?
to
He
him.
always picks Rashford. He has that thing with Rashford, which is weird
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
because
yeah.
he's a center back. He has that thing with Rashford. I don't know. I wish I could see the aerial cam because there is something about what they do that
I
they
get
always
like
pick
they
it up.
kind of knows his
It's
runs. Like there's
mad.
something.
It's
There's a
mad. There's, they don't have the same personalities. They don't have the same play styles. It's just, but that one thing that he sees Rashford somehow do the thing, and it's always gets to him.
yep.
Amazing. 10 out of 10 for Victor Lindelof for me. My man of the match. I gave him a 10 because he's like Sean Spears. He's like Ty Dillinger. He is the perfect 10. I'm pretty sure he had to pick up 10 dreadlocks to give Ollie Watkins back so he could go stitch it back onto his head. He absolutely bodied him. He sent him back to the shops. He sent him back to wherever he came from. I don't know what they do in Birmingham, but he needs a new hairpiece because it's all falling off after today. It's all falling off. Stresselmania, Stress City, Stressamy Street. 10 out of 10. Man of the match.
10 out of
The
10 would
Iceman.
recommend.
IKEA FC does. He fixes it all. Let's go.
We recommend.
There we
We
go.
do. What about Bruno, the captain?
Bruno, I'll give him a 7. He was doing what Bruno normally does.
You got to blame Ten Hag for this 7 though. You can't blame anyone else for this 7.
I'll
You
say
got to blame
6, man.
the fact that he got a 10. The fact that he gets a 7 is because of
He
Ten
did
Hag.
score though. He did score though.
Yes, but I'm not
Still,
worried about
nah, I'm
scoring.
not
I'm
worried
like,
about that. 6. I'll
yeah,
give
he
a 6,
scored the
man.
goal.
I give a 6.
Yeah, but you got to give him. But that's the difference maker in today's game, right, Choppers? You got to give him that little
But that's what I'm saying. So I gave him a little
7. Yeah,
7.
okay, that's fair. That's fair.
That
I
is
give
good.
him a little
For me, I'll give him an 8.
and guys, let's be honest. He was losing the ball as well.
Yeah.
But in Spurs, and he defended well for sure.
Yeah.
He did certain things right. But then the 7 is fair enough because
I think it
certain
is.
times,
Yeah,
Maybe a 7
yeah.
then. Yeah.
he lost
I
the
think it's
ball.
fair
He
enough.
wasn't composed all the time. I wanted him to be more composed on the ball, and he wasn't doing it. But then he
Yeah.
did his job today. His job was to play on the wing and defend and go forward, and he did what he had to do. So a 7 is fair for me.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's fair.
Yeah.
Sophia?
Yeah. I was thinking about a 6 before, but then I'm like, it's I just don't really prefer him at the wing. Like I don't
Yeah,
mind him
I
sometimes
agree.
doing it, but he has to then don't start the game being in the wing. You can change it up in the second half if you need to, but I often feel like it's not been successful. I mean,
But
we did
then
win
you
today,
could
but
see why he did it though, because
I get it.
Anthony
like
wasn't
I can see it,
Anthony
but
not been performing. That's what it is. So
I get it.
Yeah,
you just
I was gonna say
I would
maybe a
give him a,
6. I'll say
yeah,
a 6.
I'd give him a 7.5. I give him a 7.5. I know we don't do halves, but I give him a 7.5
That's
simply
fine.
because I feel that Ten Hag really disadvantaged him at the end of the day. I really
Yeah.
do believe that. That's obviously there could be real reason behind it. Maybe the right
do
wingers aren't
anyone
fit,
know when Garnacho's gonna be
whatever.
back? Because I really need him back,
Uh,
man.
He is back in
a
training. I
couple of
believe he
weeks.
would
He's
be.
training. Couple of weeks, I think.
He could be
Yeah, I need him back
available
for the
though for the
City
Brighton
game,
game.
man. I need him back for that
Could be,
City
but
game,
he's
bro.
not going to play him. He's not going to play him.
No,
He
I'm not
likes
saying he
to.
will start. I would love to see him
He
be on
could.
the
He could.
bench. You know.
I need him
Uh,
back for that City game in time for that City game. You know.
Yeah,
so
I definitely
he's
think
going to be.
we'll.
Oh, he's going to be back. Everyone's going to be back by then except Martinez. All of them are going to be
Yeah,
back by
we'll
the
have
City game.
everybody by then. There
Yeah.
you go, Roger.
I would give him a 7.5 because he showed great attacking instincts. That was very striker-like instincts to follow through with the ball. He was pretty far away, actually. If you go to see how far away he was to hit the ball, and he dinked it. He didn't smash it like I'm pretty sure a lot of our players would do. He dinked it over the players so they couldn't slide tackle it to save it. He gets point half for the celebration.
All right,
A
That's
point.
moving
what he
on.
gets.
Moving
He
on.
was just like this. He was like
Yeah, I was like, I thought for a second,
Thierry
wait, is
Henry.
it
That's what I
offside or
thought about.
something? I was like, what the hell?
The first thing I thought about was Thierry Henry with the no celebration. The Eric Cantona with the no celebration. Just stands there and he's like,
I needed a
that's what
bit.
I
I was
thought
like,
about. Like,
Bruno, I like when you're like, yeah.
yeah, he was really weird. He was just like walking to the end and then suddenly no celebration. I was like,
I was like, Bruno,
oh,
what?
I
No,
like this even more. Cold.
but after because they did a VAR check and then after that he was like, that's when
Yeah.
he was. But okay, what about Eriksen?
6,
Boy, it's about to get bad.
6.
I felt like he was good with getting the ball back and whatnot, but
Second
the
half, second half, he
passes,
fell off.
was not. Oh, sometimes I was like, brother, why?
Then he gave her the really good pass Sancho, and then he gets no credit for anything because it's a nothing in the end.
Yeah,
It's so difficult. It's so these middle of the pitch people, they have such difficult jobs because if the forwards don't make the right decision, it looks like you did nothing. It looks like you did nothing because
yeah.
it
That's
was
that
for
is a very
nothing.
good point.
That's so bad. And
Yeah,
Casemiro was pinging. We'll get to him anyway. But anyway, I'd give him a 6. But honestly, if I didn't feel bad for him because of Sancho's and some of the other players' terrible decision making, I think I would have given him a 5 today. Wasn't good today. I'm not
and
gonna lie.
maybe I'll give him a 6. I'll give him a 6. I'll
I
say
like
So
that.
this,
Ericsson, but
so
it
this,
was hard today. It was hard to rate him today. It was
so
hard.
this
Yeah.
6 as well.
No, Sabitzer, I'll give a 7.
I'll give him a 7 for the steals, putting pressure.
Yeah, I felt
He
like if
stole
there
the
was a
ball. He stole
job,
the ball, gave it to Rashford. They were 3
yep.
on 2. Gives it to Sancho, and then Sancho did the same. Oh, by the way, Sancho
And
did
then
that again.
people like,
Then
what is
even
he gonna do if they're
I
being
give the
wasteful?
so
He was
this
doing his job.
so
you know,
this Bruno
yeah,
and Ericsson 6 and Casemiro I'll give a 8 because he played well today.
yeah,
Yeah,
because
yeah.
In
I
the
remember
midfield,
Sabitzer
No,
making the steal. I remember Sabitzer making the steal, passes to Rashford, then Rashford just passes, doesn't even pass it properly to Sancho. The defender gets in the way and blocks it. I was like, dude, y'all were 3 on 2. Why? Why go wide? Like Sabitzer was making a run in the middle.
yeah,
Like, it's
that's our problem.
frustrating.
That's
It's
our problem. That's why
frustrating. No, but it's
I'll give
frustrating because we're
Rashford
giving the wrong people the wrong ratings because
I'll
the
give
right people are
Rashford
actually making the right moves.
a 5. Rashford 5, Sancho 5, and that's it.
yeah, it just
I would give Casemiro 8. He was also pinging long balls. I liked it.
yeah,
When he had to, he was making tackles. I liked. He wasn't afraid anymore. I like that.
yeah.
What did you give
He was
Casemiro?
getting
Sophie?
headers, tackles,
8, 8,
everything.
8,
He
8
almost
Was
for
got
me.
a goal.
he was pairing very well with Luke Shaw because he kept dropping back left center back
Yeah,
when
I
Luke Shaw was
noticed
running
that
forward.
as well.
He was
Very good.
I like that. I like that little. They were double teaming Watkins, which was absolutely fun to
That
watch.
was funny.
He was just getting bodied by everybody. Right? Watkins was
Oh,
just on the floor. He's red hot. Ollie Watkins, the danger man. I'm like, okay. See you next week,
okay.
sir.
Is there any other? I mean,
Casemiro?
the other
No,
didn't play.
did you
No, I
say
did. I
anything
said
for
8. I said 8 for Casemiro. He
Rashford?
played.
Rashford
Oh,
5.
Rashford, yeah, it's like a 5, and Sancho like a 5.
Does he get an assist for that shot thing he did? Does he get any bonus points for that? That'd
No.
I
be
felt the shot was too weak.
I
It was,
think the
but it
keeper did a
plus
howler.
Mings.
I think the keeper did a howler at that
Yeah,
for
I
sure.
feel like it was more so on Martinez and then Bruno being smart enough to be there
Yeah,
to get
yeah.
the ball.
I
And
And
then
also,
hey,
I
Rashford,
also think, I
our
also
that
think
shot,
the pitch was a little
Rashford,
slippery because he kept falling over.
Rashford kicked
Martinez
that
kept
ball
falling
too
over the whole
early.
game.
Rashford kicked that ball too
hey,
early.
get better
Probably
boots
did.
then. I don't know. Just saying.
5.
I mean, I don't know. I noticed Martinez falling a couple of times
Yeah, but
actually,
it was
and
raining a lot though. But
yeah, yeah.
still, like
Sancho 5. Sancho played
try to
well.
grasp people.
He's just average. Like he played well. He went forward, but
Yeah.
he didn't impact the game that I wanted him.
I'd give him a 6 because now I feel like we're bullying him. So
Bullying
I'll
who?
just give him a
I'm
6.
bullying.
Sancho,
There's
like
no agenda. People, hey,
no, I know
there's
it's
no
not an agenda,
bullying.
but I feel like even when we win, we're not happy with his performances. And
No,
quite honestly, I just
I
want
was
him to do
happy
better.
with him for the Everton game and last game, but
Okay.
this game I was just like annoyed because I'm like, brother,
You could do
I I'm
more.
I'm
That's what I
trying.
want. I want
Know
more.
you can do more, but you're not doing
I,
it.
I I I was really disappointed he didn't run past Ashley Young. I'm not going to
That's what I'm
lie, but
saying.
I'm not going to hound on him because we won the game. So
No. But like, it's okay to still be like, hey, we won the game,
yeah,
yada yada
but
yada.
it's
But also,
like how many but how many weeks can we keep saying he doesn't have the pace, Sofia? It's getting old. It's like we
I
keep
still
saying the
believe he
same
has
thing
the
every
pace.
time.
But hey, I don't know, just not using it.
And you don't
How
even
many?
need his
But
pace. You could see when he dribbles past people, but then after is the
He
effect. What
stopped. The thing
happens
is, he
after?
stops and then he waits for other
he
people to
keeps
come.
cutting
Why do
back.
you
Yeah,
stop?
that's what I'm
He
saying.
keeps cutting back all the time,
I don't
every
get what
time.
he.
Like we
I
talk
don't get
about
it.
pace, but he's skillful. He took out 2 players one time, and then what did he do with it afterwards? That's my problem. Then he goes
Oh,
back.
can I have a little shout out? I really want to get your opinion on this because today we got to see something that I wanted to see for the whole season, and we finally got it today.
Who or what?
Anthony for 15 minutes on the left wing. Can I say something right now? He's worse on the left wing
Yes, he's worse than the left wing.
because there was this chance where I thought he's going to cross it. He cuts it back and does a P roller shot.
Maybe there's a
Yeah.
reason
And I'm
why he
like,
plays
he's
on the
done it.
right.
And I was like, he's done it again on the left wing. And I was actually going to cry. I was really going to cry that time. I'm like, wait a minute. You're on the left side. You're not crossing. You're cutting it back on the foot that
That
you
you
choose
can't
not
even
to cross
yeah,
with
yeah.
every week to shoot.
Yeah,
Telling you,
yeah.
people,
What are you doing? I was like, what
he
are you
looks better
doing?
on the right.
Dude, but no, hold on, Sophia. That's not the problem. The problem is we make this excuse, right? That if he plays on the left, he will cross because he can use his left
Yeah,
foot.
no,
He's
I've
still
been.
gonna cross. He's
That's
still
not been my
And he
excuse.
didn't
I've been saying you
cross.
got to work on that weaker foot, brother.
No, but here's no, that's not even the worst part, Sophia. Okay, so what he does on the right hand side is he refuses to shoot, and whenever he crosses, he just like shovels it. Like he just makes it fly, right? Or if he has to shoot, he hits it on the ground because he has no control over.
Yes, and
But
it's not powerful enough.
on the left hand side, he doesn't cross with his left foot. He cuts it onto the very foot he tries to avoid day in, day out as he plays a football game, and then takes a shot on the ground. And I'm like, what are you
When I saw,
doing?
I was like, brother,
What are you doing? I was
the ball
losing my
actually
mind.
rolls to Martinez, man. I'm like, what is
was just
going
like,
on?
I
oh,
was
here's the ball,
Sophia,
take it.
Sophia, I was so mad, and we were winning. I was so mad when I saw him cut back to his right and shoot.
Then he had to
I
call
was
player.
just mad. I was so mad. I
But
can't even
he could
explain
have
to
taken
you.
that shot on his left foot. I don't know why he put it to his right foot. He could have taken
Cross,
the shot to his
shoot,
left foot.
cross,
I
shoot.
didn't
No,
get it
he hits
either.
the ball on the ground. He doesn't even hit it in the air.
Yeah,
So what are you doing, man? Like seriously, are you trying to get people mad at you? Like what are you doing? It
he's like,
feels
oh, sorry,
deliberate now.
I'm sorry. Nah, get
It
out of
feels
here.
like
You got to
it
do
feels
better,
like it's
brother.
deliberate. He's like, nah, I don't want to play on the left. I'm going to play terrible for 15 minutes today. Like, dude, what are you doing? We are winning 1-0. We need a shift and we need
Bro, that's
moves.
what I'm saying. That's why some like today he didn't even have to take out Sancho. He
God,
didn't.
I have to ask Eddie because Eddie says he's going to work on his. Eddie and Ali have both said he's going to work on his weak foot. I would love to know what they would
The
say today
manager
about that
didn't have
one.
to
I
put
will
on
definitely bring them back soon for sure.
take out Sancho and put on Anthony because he's been terrible.
So stressed out, man.
Why
And we
put
have
him there when
Palestri
you
on the
know he's not
bench.
gonna
It was so
tell
stressful to see
Bruno
that.
switch over? So it makes no
So
sense.
I'm not gonna lie, guys, but the first thing I saw, no, I was like, I gotta ask Sophia and Choppers about this because we always do. Let's play him on the left. Let's play him on the left. He was the
Yeah,
worst player for 15 minutes, and I was getting
that was
so
not good.
mad.
It was
I'm
not
like,
it.
dude, 15 minutes, everybody is dead.
He didn't do nothing.
Play the game.
He didn't
Just
do nothing.
play the
You
game.
see, if Tin had put him on the right, he would have done something.
Dude,
He would
we
have
need new
done.
wingers. I don't care. People can abuse me all
I
they
I
want.
think
actually
we
I've
did.
need
been saying we need
Ahmad.
new
We need
Yeah,
wingers.
Ahmad. We need Ahmad.
People
Bring back
got so
Ahmad.
angry with me, right? People get so angry with me. We'll give Anthony a chance. We need new. I've been saying it to you, choppers. When in defense of Vegost, I hope all of you guys know now. We need new wingers. Number nines are not going to do nothing for us if the
We
wingers play
need
like this,
Ahmad.
dude.
We have wingers. We have them on loan. Bring them back.
I think
I'm so
preseason
furious. I
you
apologize
need
for
to let.
saying it, but
No, it's fine.
like I
You need
apologize for
to
saying
see
it
like
again, again. But I was
it's okay.
mad today. I was mad,
No, it's okay.
really
I
mad at
was
this.
I was annoyed. I was like, what the hell are we doing here? This is
And
not it. I
and
was like,
you know
he's
what's the
playing on the
worst?
left.
You know what's the worst part, Sophia? If we
What?
played Bruno on the left, he would have crossed with his left foot. But
Yeah.
Bruno has to do graveyard shift on the right hand side because I
Bruno's not
still
even a winger.
actually
He still does some type of job regardless. Like it's
We
mad.
also can I ask you
It's
something?
mad.
If we know Bruno can shoot with his left foot, why did Ten Hag not switch wings? That is on Ten Hag. Why was he on the left with Bruno on the pitch?
But that's what
Why?
I'm saying. That's what I said. I said, what's the sense of bringing on Anthony when you know you're not gonna switch Bruno to the other wing?
Yeah,
Doesn't make no sense. But
yeah.
it
But
is what it
guys,
Yeah.
is.
as we
All
have
right,
to wrap,
guys.
yeah, I'm so
Yeah,
hungry. I have to
we
go eat
we,
some
we
So
can
food.
have
early
a
for me today.
Yeah.
It's
What?
so early for me today.
Yeah, for you it
It's
is. This is yeah.
10:25. I've not eaten dinner and I'm not hungry. It's 10:25. I'm like, yes. I can't wait for early kickoffs next season. Let's go. I'm so happy.
Oh,
all
oh
right,
Lord have
guys.
mercy. Das has this question earlier. Sophia, how come it's at 7:30 p.m. kickoff next Sunday UK time? I mean,
Because we're not in any cups anymore, Daz, so we can play Saturday or Sunday because the next cup game we have is after the season. So now from this midweek game onwards, we can play Saturday or Sunday. I don't know how they will shift everything because people have games in hand, but we can be on either day now moving forward after the next week.
yeah. Das says Sophia, I have a friend who needs someone to join her on Friday evening. Das, you got me on Twitter. Well, chat to me, and if she needs anybody, hey, we'll see. Big up though.
Yeah,
Uh,
Daz, you can forward
yeah,
it to me too if she wants United
yeah,
fans, whatever,
yeah. If she's
whatever's
any,
fine.
great show. Until next video. Oh, big up. Yeah, it's been a good show. I mean, I'm glad that we got the 3 points because I couldn't bear being like, oh, we dropped points, we lost the game. People, it's bank holiday tomorrow. I'm off from work. I want to sleep in, just be in a good mood. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be pissed. So
What
right
is
now, I'm just
tomorrow?
gonna.
Like, what's the bank holiday?
It's every May 1st is kind of like a worker's day type
Oh,
of
May Day.
holiday
Okay,
here in
yeah, yeah,
Norway.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Labor Day, Labor Day. Sorry, yeah, it's
is
Labor
that
Day
what
or
they
some
call
Labor
Labor?
Day
Yeah,
weekend,
yeah, yeah.
right?
No,
Yeah.
not Labor Day weekend. It's just a day
No, this would
that's
be yeah. Okay, Labor. Yeah.
yeah,
Yep, yep, yep.
for Norway. It's just like they be having like
Mhm.
parades and whatnot for it's to celebrate the workers. So hey, off from work, so excited. But yeah, guys, thank you all for being here. Make sure you do subscribe to my guest, Choppers TV, Sports Nut Nathan. It's always great to have them for the match reactions. It's fun. We go from 0 to 100 real quick, and it's funny. It's a therapy
Remember the
session.
name. Remember the name, guys. Everyone in chat. Wout Saint Patrick. Telling you.
I prefer
Ciao.
really not to speak. If I speak, I am in big trouble. In big trouble. And I don't want to be in big trouble.
If we
I'm
start this
telling
now,
you.
we're gonna be here for a long
Choppers.
time.
Choppers and me. The Wout Vegas party.
Yeah,
See you in
we will.
2023, baby. Let's
Once the
go.
season is done, we will have transfer signings. Who's gonna go? Who should we keep? I'll bring y'all here, and we can literally chop it up. Pun intended. Okay, so guys, I'll be back tomorrow. I'm planning to do like a match preview for the Arsenal Chelsea game. So see if I can invite some people for then and
And wait
just
for the season to be over
talk
so I
them.
could have found Vegas out.
Wow, wow. Woo! All right, we are out. Remember to like, subscribe to the channel, join the membership if you want to find another way to support the channel. It's a join button right underneath the screen if you're watching this on the computer. But it's also a link in the description box as well as the pinned comments. So, click on that, you'll get the customized badge next to your name, member shout out, sneak peek into upcoming content, maybe even behind the scenes stuff, all that good stuff. But yeah, regardless, see you soon. We out, people. I gotta eat. Bye bye.
Vegas out.
Time? Vekors out? Yeah, okay. Bye.
Are you all right? Yes. No, you are all left.